Welcome to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville, Arkansas for tonight's contest between the Pottsville Apache and our Prairie Grove Tigers. I'm Lynn Gregson. With me tonight is Ryan Cook as always. And Ryan, tonight the Tigers in a position that we haven't been in about 8 years. We starting off 0-2 for the first time since 2010 season. Without any disrespect to our 2010 team, that was the team out of about a 20-year period that didn't make it to the playoffs. I hope that our fortunes will be different. I think we can turn the corner. I think that's a key tonight, is to have a good game. If we play a good game tonight and we don't make a lot of mistakes and we were to lose, I still think that's a confidence builder. But I think tonight the team needs a win to go into conference play, to start building on their confidence and still have a great – the season's not over. And, I mean, the bulk of the season starts really tonight and really even next week.
Next week's when the season starts, and I'm not – I'm one who – non-conference games are good for two things. One, injuries, and two, getting ready. And we've had both. We've had our injuries, and we've been getting ready. And so we've been getting ready by getting some of those sophomores in there and letting them learn the ropes. But you got to think our juniors and seniors haven't played a lot of football because the classes above them have been loaded, big classes with lots of talent. And so really this team as a whole, everybody's getting their first shot at a lot of experience besides about 2 or 3 guys on both sides of the field. So we're through this non-conference part tonight. If we can get out decently healthy, get the experience out of the way, then the real season starts next week. That's the way I view the season.
And I hope tonight that what I want to see tonight is great execution, eliminate, and I'm going to just say it, the stupid penalties. Whenever you have a personal foul after the ball, there's no reason for that. There's no reason to go
I've got a couple
with somebody.
stories from last week. One, the words that were said was actually the opposing team, and the flag went on us. Our player went to the ref and said, hey, this guy's doing this. Would you just please watch? He said, I turn around to walk off, and the other team says something inappropriate, and they throw the flag on me because I had just said it to the ref. The ref thought it was me saying it. It was the other team walking by. I was like, dude, that was a big penalty. He goes, yeah, I know. He goes, don't think I didn't get in trouble for that one. He goes, I promise you it wasn't me. So that was one that was unfair.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this. That was our national anthem, and now Pottsville's going to play their alma mater. We're going to go ahead and keep talking about tonight's contest. Ryan, tonight, Pottsville and Prairie Grove have played twice in the entire history. The first time, 2012, which was probably the first of 2 back-to-back games that I've announced that were probably the most exciting back-to-back games that ever. I mean, that night when we played Pottsville back in 2012, that night Prairie Grove down early 7-6, even down going into the fourth quarter, down 28 to 12, down 2 scores.
Which the 28 points given up, that's more than we'd given up all year long.
Yeah, that year that we'd given up all year, and Pottsville had done a great job.
And I'm sure everybody's freaking out.
Yeah, and so then Prairie Grove scores early in the fourth quarter, makes it 28 to 20. It's within reach. Then they score again, 28-26, and don't make the two-point conversion. So Prairie Grove's down, and this is I can remember this like it was yesterday. And then here comes Pottsville. They get down on the Prairie Grove side of the ball. It's third down, about 6 or 7. And Michael Perry, their great quarterback, comes around there, and he's got the first down. We're down to 2 minutes and something left, and he tripped. He would try to make a cut and tripped. On fourth down, they went for it. On that play, it was he dropped back, and we sacked him. He fumbled the ball. It rolled forward. We recovered at the 35-yard line.
Was it Nodier?
It was Nodier, and then we get the ball at the 35. We drive down. We score. And then there's still $1:15 left to go in the game. We kick off, and it just died. The kickoff just died. Jared Murphy kicked off, just died. It sat there. We recovered. We get the onside kick, and we close it out 34-28. One of the great. And then the next week, we had another onside kick accident that we beat Nashville on. So
well, you know, the last year when we played Pottsville, we had another onside accident by Jared's little brother, DeMarcus. He kicked one, and we had made fun of his kicking style. And his second one that he kicked, it hit about the 35 and rolled backwards.
Yep.
And nobody knew it was going on, and we ended up falling on it, and we scored twice within 16 seconds to go up right before half, and that's what set it up.
And, you know, it's funny you bring up last year's game because in last year's 2017, Prairie Grove started the game off, we scored. We went for an onside kick the first time on purpose, and we got it. Then we scored. It's 14-0, and by the
less than a minute.
Yeah, and then late in the second quarter, it's 20-7. Here comes Pottsville. They're down around the Prairie Grove 10. They have a fourth down. Now, there's just about a minute and a half left. If they score, they get the ball second half. It's 20-14. They get the ball starts half. We hold them on fourth. We score 2 plays later. Then we get an onside kick.
On accident. That's the DeMarcus one.
Yeah, the DeMarcus one. We score again. It's third. It went from being potentially 20-14 to 34-7. Prairie Grove closed it out last year.
In a minute 30.
Yeah, and so that game last year, I like to say, was a lot closer than the score. The teams were much more evenly matched than the score showed. Well,
and what scared me about last year, and I don't know if you remember this, every name we kept calling out was a freshman who moved up that was the everything running back, or a sophomore. And we made the comment, there's a lot of sophomores playing on this team. I hope we don't meet them again. And now we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
And we're here with an inexperienced team. Those guys have been getting experience. And you look at them on the field when they were out here without pads on, they're big boys.
Yeah,
they're country-fed boys down here.
Well, I'll tell you, I think you hit on a good point. They're going to have some guys with experience. We have some guys that have gained 2 games worth of experience, but not to the level. And I think that'll be a little different tonight. But I also see with Pottsville, this is our first time down here.
Right.
They've come to our house twice. Like I said, both time in the playoffs. The first time was second round. Last year was the first round of the playoffs. This year, we're down here, and what was so eerie for those that I imagine tonight, being that we're down here, we're probably going to have a little bit larger crowd watching tonight. When you walk up their stands, their press box is slightly bigger than ours, but it's very similar in the layout.
Yes.
And as you walk up the stands,
and their bleachers
are very similar. So I'm walking up the side, and I'm starting to look for people in Prairie Grove because of where they normally sit, because it's very similar.
Mr. Orr, where's he at?
Yeah.
He's usually right there when we walk in the door.
Yeah, him or Clay Williamson, they always sit right here. And so I was looking for those guys, but it's very similar to Prairie Grove layout. I do like that they have a nice track around the field, but nonetheless, big game tonight for Prairie Grove in the sense of getting that confidence back, getting back a little bit of that Prairie Grove Tigers swagger that we need going into conference play.
Well, and a lot of it is some of your older players have been some of the fouls that you were talking about. It's time for them to become the on-field leaders in a lot of different ways. They get out there, they play their hearts out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they want to win so bad that sometimes they get so riled up, they let something slip or a little bit after the play or whatever it is that's going on. It's time to get all that reined in. All the mistakes are out. We've also, all the 10th graders who were thrown into the fire and trying to figure this dude out, getting burnt in coverage or getting smoked on blocking. You know, we're not picking up a third down conversion last week like we talked about. Those guys are learning. It's time. This is what it takes. This is how we're going to have to do it. So hopefully now we're getting that out of their system so that when we start next week, we're ready. And the 10th graders are ready, juniors are ready, seniors are leading, and we've got everybody on one page.
Well, I think that's important, and I think we can do that. I have felt, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's my eternal optimism, but I have just felt like this is a game that we can turn the corner a little bit and get that positive feeling back. You know, Pottsville.
We've got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, because Pottsville's a good team.
Pottsville's good.
They beat they played 2 3A teams, both of them pretty good teams. They played Newport the first week, won 28-21. Last week played a very good Boonville team,
which is pretty much a 4A team.
Yeah.
They've been in the 4A most of their
and actually won a 4A championship back in 2013.
Exactly.
But
so they're kind of they're pretty much a 4A team. So I hate to knock them and say they're 3A.
But nonetheless, Pottsville went down the wire with them, lost 28-26. Very similar to our Farmington game. It was about the extra points.
Right, and both those teams running teams. That was a battle between two ball control running teams.
Well, I bet that game didn't last long. I mean, as far as time wise.
No, it did because of weather, but it did not because of time wise.
If that,
because we're talking about Pottsville, they rush for 260 yards a game on average. They pass for about 23 yards a game on average. They're a running team. They do the dead tee and they dip and they dive, and that's it. I mean, they option, they dive, they power. They'll throw it. They threw more against us last year in the playoffs than they had almost the whole year combined, and that blew us away.
Well, when I look out there and I see one of their captains, number 70, who is
Hayden
Weatherhall, he is 6'2", 270. You can run the ball when you got somebody, and he's not. He's a football-looking player.
You're going to watch. Their tight ends are bigger than me. They're 220, 240. They're sitting out there at 6'2", 240, 6'2", 240. See, I'm 6'4", 240. There's the difference. And they're big. There's one out there in the number 17. I'm watching film. I'm like, that dude would be our starting center. He'd be the biggest guy on the line, and he's their tight end going in motion, going out for passes. No, these guys have size.
That look on my face I was wondering, are you really 240?
Yeah, buddy. Hey, we can put some money on it right here.
No, I'm messing with you.
Who wants to vouch for me?
I have zero room to talk here. Zero room to talk. But anyway, the Pottsville guy came in. I thought he was going to get on to us for talking too loud. But anyway.
I just want to know where their air conditioner is at. It's pretty warm in here.
Bryn Bryant is one of the captains for Pottsville, along with Weatherhall we just talked about, and also number 34, Curtis Kemp. And for Prairie Grove, I can't quite get our numbers.
Ethan Gunther, number 5. 52, Cooper Allen. 54, Daytona Pinkley.
And I can't.
72, Jesus Castro.
Well, is it 70? Okay,
we
got him down as 70.
I know their faces.
Yeah, but
I work with them every day. It's unfortunate, but Ethan actually will be starting tonight at quarterback. Ethan Skates broke his foot last week. That was the injury last week, so he is out for quite a while, maybe the season. If we can extend the season, he could be back.
Well, it was a big loss last week with Ethan, and I really hate it for the senior because that if you look forward to your senior year and to go down in the second game of the season. But we wish Ethan a quick recovery, and the thing is, he's out here on crutches tonight, but he's cheering his team on. He's trying to be a leader, and you can still do that from where he's at.
Yeah, what's sad is you question my 240 and everybody else. I mean, I got like 6 texts just now. Like 240, really? Come on, guys, someone vouch for me. Time to start that diet Mr. Bond's been on, whatever that is. Guys are running out from the. They are in our locker room is behind the concession stand in the end zone, and then Pottsville runs out of their end zone. And they have an indoor facility. When are we getting our indoor facility? That's what I want to know. I'm ready to have one in that west end zone, about a double-decker facility there. Y'all start getting on the phone to your superintendent. Let's get some money raised. I want one of those dudes sitting there in the sunset and the guys running out.
Well, the way I'm feeling in here tonight, a very nice, brand new broadcast booth with some air conditioning.
You're asking for too much now. Too much. I want the guys to have a locker room instead.
No, I agree.
Hey, do you feel like you're at a Florida State game? They're playing the Tomahawk Chop here.
I was just going to say that. But, hey, did you see in week 1 when Virginia Tech played Florida State, they did a little tomahawking themselves. I hope we will not show that little of class if we happen to have some success tonight. Well, I'll tell you, you talked about these guys being some big boys, and you are correct. There's some decent sized young men out there.
There's 3 guys right here that are.
Holy
look,
smokes!
I told you 17. That's their tight end.
He's 6'1", 255.
I told you. See, he is bigger than me by a lot. Hey, you can vouch for my weight. Come on, Whitley. Come on, Whitley. See, he just verified my weight right there.
Oh, Sorry. Okay, so we're getting ready to start, and we want to recognize our crew tonight. We have Cade Graham, T.D. Hill, Ethan Turner, Mayo Dotson, Kevin Bennett, Miles Eubanks, Heath Whitley, and our sponsors, Small Town Productions for your film needs, Prairie Grove Christian Church, Harton's Furniture for Less, Foster's Roofing, who sponsors our players of the game. New sponsors this week. We'll have an offensive and defensive player of the game, sponsored by Foster's Roofing and PG Telco. Also, Small Town Productions will bring us our halftime festivities.
37, Cade Walker, sophomore for Prairie Grove, getting ready to kick off. I like the new unis, man.
I definitely.
You hadn't said anything yet. I've been waiting.
Well,
the white, you could never read the numbers before.
But man, this is beautiful.
And I like the gold pants. I like the gold pants with the white jersey. It's cool.
You know who I'm going to give credit to? Kay Absher, thank you. I don't know if it was her, but I've been begging for it for years. So, Kay, if that was you, thank you. Here comes the kick, and we are underway here in Pottsville. Kick's going to be fielded about the 23-yard line. That's number 19, and that's Robert Teeter. Teeter brought down at the 42 by, that was number 44 for Prairie Grove.
Marshall Montgomery.
44, did we switch numbers?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And the only reason we switched when Keandre came back to when Marshall came back to the team, Keandre took 25, Marshall took 44. Most people's rosters aren't updated.
Okay.
I
thought that was right too. I thought that Keandre was 25. So, all right. So Prairie Grove will be on defense first. Ball at the Pottsville 43. And
double tight, dead T. They're gonna run the belly. They're gonna run the dive. They're gonna run the option. They're gonna run the power. Get ready.
You know what? They're gonna send somebody sometime. And wow, there we are. That's Heltimus, and I think that's also Cooper Allen and number 35. That is Hargis, all in there on the tackle.
Nice job that time by Heltimus.
I said Hargis. Harger. I'm sorry.
Harger. Fighting through that first block and getting in there.
Second down, and let's call it 2nd and 10. So, Prairie Grove tonight, you'll see them. They're in the box, and this time they split a couple of guys out to make it a little more room there.
I still would say run though.
And there they come, and this time they're going to get him again. But this good fight, good run that time. That's number 34, Curtis Kemp.
Caswell had him in the backfield, but he just barely had him, and so he was able to drag him, and then the cavalry came to finish it off there.
He's probably got Caswell by 30 pounds, I guess.
Looking at the line tonight, it looks like Lane Dalton and Hayden Black at tackles, and then we have Heltimus and Millwood at ends. Gunther won't be as much in the rotation this week because he goes to quarterback, but his baby brother's out there at outside linebacker.
Ben Jones, the quarterback, comes under center. 3rd down along 3. There's the give. That is to Linker, and Linker is going to get the first down. He's over the 50 into Prairie Grove territory at about the 46. 1st and 10 for the Apache.
That was number 2, Elijah Bradley. That's the sophomore. That's one of the guys last year that did so well.
I looked at the wrong name there that time.
That's all right. I'll cut you some slack. They may not, but I will. They're going to split one out to both sides again this time. Kind of a pro-style formation. They get down and go quick.
But they like running between the tackles. Prairie Grove ball's there, and they're going to recover. There's a flag down. He picks it up quick, so I think he's –
that was his fumble flag.
Yeah, he actually
fumble bag.
Yep, he hit the wrong one. But the fumble forward, they actually had him stopped. He picks up a couple yards because of the fumble. Picks up 3, but he's 2nd down and 7. Just underway here in Pottsville. Pottsville got the opening kickoff, started at their own 43. They're down at the Prairie Grove 43, and we're 9 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. First series of the game.
Looking at the linebackers, you got Harger and Cooper Allen as your starting inside linebackers. Good blitz that time. Keandre Hobbs, he chose the exact right spot. If you notice, he kind of just ran and went in last second. There was no way to account for it. He's able to get into the play, turn it more towards the middle. We're able to get the tackle. Now, he doesn't get a tackle for that, but he did do a good job of getting up in there and adjusting the play.
Well, what happened there? You watch Pottsville, and I respect their game a lot. Their game is this: if they can get 2.5 yards every play, that's all they care about. They got to get 10 yards. They got 4 plays to do it, and they're doing it. They're getting a couple yards, and now they're in a 3rd and 3. This is Pottsville football right here.
Saw it last year, same scenario.
Oh, we overran that one. Who was that through there quick? They just overran it.
That was Heltemus who overran it. Hayden Black, one of the guys on the tackle.
I think, depending on the spot here, and it looks like they're going to have a first down.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if it's inside the 36, it's a first down for the Apache. They're now at the Prairie Grove, just outside the Prairie Grove 35. And they are just...
We're going to have to rotate our guys on that defensive line quite a bit tonight to keep them fresh. It's going to be tough on them being able to go up against, they're playing 7 guys on the line most times and just pounding it down your throat. It's going to be tough on these front 4.
After this play, I'll make a comment around that. And here is
got him.
There you go.
That's helped.
I think he got it back. I don't know. Let's see.
We're celebrating. We got it.
Prairie Grove's got it.
Lane Dalton comes off the bottom of the pile with it. Well, let's replay that one if we can. She's trying. She's Mayo this week instead of Maya. She brought her O game instead of her A game.
Well, here's the thing with that.
Look.
What I was going to say, you should have. And what I was going to say earlier is we needed a play that got them a negative yards on first down because you want to get them in 3rd and long, not 3rd and short. Instead, we get a turnover, it's even better. And Ethan Gunther, for the first time, starting at quarterback for the Tigers. In is
Heltemus.
Wow, they were ready for Mr. Heltemus. They've heard about him, Ryan, because he's gained 200 yards the first game, over 100 last week. Last week, 14 carries for 140 yards, averaged 10 yards a carry. At that time, they wrap him up, no gain on the play. Matter of fact, where they spot him, he's going to lose a couple yards.
Well, and if you watch us, our best offense has been between the tackles with Heltemus. So why wouldn't you key on him every time? Until we beat you any other way, that's where I'm headed.
I got a feeling that tonight, Prairie Grove may put the ball up a tad bit more than we have with Gunther.
I think we're going to go in the air.
And there's Lane Dalton. Can he get the corner? There's a hole on the end. There was a hold. They didn't call it. We're blessed.
So now you got yourself in a 3rd and long, kind of no gain that time. So we're going to have to put it in the air this time.
I was hoping we could get a couple of first downs on this, and we still may.
Cottle starting at center, your sophomore starter. You got 2 senior guards with Pinkley and Allen on his right and his left, and tackles junior Hayden Black, and it looks like 72 Jesus over there.
Now, Gunther, he's back to throw. He looked. He's got Caswell wide open. He's
got
at the 30. Give him 6. Hey, there we go. That's the way to start. Hey.
That's what we were talking about just a second ago. We thought we would put it in the air more, but we were not going to. We were going to go ahead and choose to run it, but instead the down and distance dictates it, and sure enough, we go to a route with Caswell. I didn't watch him well enough. I was watching kind of the flow of Gunther, and when he turned around back and looked, I saw Caswell going down the sideline by himself, and I thought, uh-oh.
I was watching him. What he did, and I don't know, we didn't get the replay there, but here's what he did. When Ethan rolled to his right, his first look, he looked to see if Kane was really going down there, and then he focused on that side, and then he knew where he was. He knew what the play was, and it was wide open. Extra point by Walker is up. It is no good. Gosh, man.
It looked good from here.
I was going to let you say that.
Yeah, it did.
Well, with 7:10 to go in the first quarter, Prairie Grove strikes first. It's Prairie Grove 6, Pottsville 0. That's a touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. We'll be back after this.
All right, we're back. Cade Walker getting ready to kick off for Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove just went down the field about 60 yards. I should write all this down. You know, I was doing a good job last week.
Actually, it was a 63-yard. We got the ball at the 37. We lost 2 yards on the first play back to the 35, and then we strike 65-yard touchdown pass, 63-yard drive. And here is Walker, and Walker gets a good kick. It's going to be fielded right at about the 20-yard line. He's got a little seam there. He's going to be hit, and wow, he's all the way up to 40.
Almost had him back there. Just kind of got an arm tackle instead. Slowed him down enough. Looks like 19 Hall on the bottom of that pile.
So their average starting field position is the 41.5. They got the 43 last time, the 40 this time. So they're starting off in good field position. We got a break. They got 2 first downs last time, and then the fumble. Prairie Grove makes them pay for it, and the Tigers up 6-0.
This time on the defensive line, and I like that we're moving people around. We got 60 Chucky Edwards and 62 Austin Medina in there, along with Millwood and Heltemus.
A little bit smaller than the first group, but probably a little quicker. And right up the middle they go, and he's going to get 3 yards, which is what they – ooh, don't hit too late, gentlemen.
That was a little late. I won't call any names. Don't do that.
Number 34, Curtis Kemp on the carry. He's a 5'10", 184-pound senior for the Apache. It's second down, and they're going to give him – well, they're going to give him 4 yards on that play. Well, no, they start at the 41. They ended up –
I started saying, I think about 3 yards. 3 yards right there.
You know what? We got a break right there.
Pinkley will come back in.
We got a break there because see where the yard marker is on the 41? They spotted the ball at the 40.
Oh.
We'll take it. Here comes Cooper Allen. He blitzed. He didn't get there. Can he get to the corner? And that's number 2. That is Bradley. He did get the corner, and he's going to be close to the first down. And that's exactly.
There is a flag, though. I don't know if it's a face mask or a hold. It's kind of in that area. It could be one or the other.
I'm going to say it's a hold in that area, but we don't know.
Are you hoping?
Yeah. It's like trading the stock market. You trade what you see, not what you think's going to happen. Oh, but I guessed right this time.
Thank you. I'm glad. I was afraid right there someone might have accidentally just, grazed across the face mask trying to reach out for him. If that's from the spot of the foul, that's going to be huge for us.
If it's right, and it's going to be at the 42, so they're going to back it up to the 32. That's a big play because they're not a team that does great behind the chains, but they run the ball so well,
It's about a 19-yard loss right there.
Yeah, but they run the ball so well that, they don't panic. They don't just say, okay, we got second 18. We're going to now they may throw the ball.
But you know why? Because they're not much in throwing. It's hard to panic because if that's what you do and that's what you're good at, it's hard to change gears. Sometimes we used to struggle with that in the past. They're going to try to throw this time. He's throwing to Bradley. He's hit as he throws.
Incomplete.
Good job by Wetzel in coverage right there. He had a chance to make a play on the ball. Instead, he just played defensive right there. But whoever got in the backfield and hit the quarterback, that's who needs to be credited for that.
You're right, though. Their plays, they to quote, hey, Ryan, remember the Titans. Split veer, 6 plays, split veer. Like Novocaine, give it time, it works every time. And that's kind of the way they are. I mean, they don't run a lot. They get a lot of different setups, but it's the same play.
Yeah, but they hosed themselves right there being a running team by passing on second down when they should have trusted themselves, got a 5-yard run, got another 5-yard run, and then see what happens, and maybe have a chance.
Casual's giving him a lot of room here. And that was the right play. The intended receiver there.
Number 17, 6'1", 255. I think that's the coach's son. That's Drew Rust.
He's only a junior. He's a big young man, and he was open. And I like what Pottsville did there. They split us out, and they went right down the middle. He was open.
That kind of reminded me of that Dylan Sainer, DeMarcus Cooper type play where we had so many guys like Heltemus and Disney on the outside. Everybody was focused there, and we'd slip one of those big guys out right there down the middle of the field on a seam, and we'd hit him, though. Back deep, Keandre Hobbs. He signals for the fair catch.
And that's a good deal because Prairie Grove's going to get it at the 40-yard line, so we got good field position. 5:58 to go here in the first quarter. So Prairie Grove will get their second possession. So Prairie Grove benefits from a penalty, and because that backed them up deep and forced them to pass a couple times, which is not what they do a lot of. They're going to have an on-the-field timeout, and the referee is calling for a timeout.
looking at some of the play. I said it was Jesus a minute ago at right tackle. That was actually Cade Horn. A water break, officials timeout. It's hot. I mean, it's hot up here, but
well, speaking of water break,
better get Lynn some.
a water break's called for, and Heath Whitley delivers. We're going to take one too. It might be as hot in this press box as it is down there on the field.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
Okay, we're back. It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the Prairie Grove 41. And here is a give. Lane Dalton looking for a little room and not going to get it. So Prairie Grove's having a tough time on the ground tonight, Ryan. We've run the ball 3 times. We hadn't gained positive yards yet.
Some more things you'll notice in the shuffle because Ethan goes to quarterback. Graham Gunther will be in at tight end, and Wetzel that time was in at wingback.
Tied in some too, I imagine.
I think so. And with Millwood in there, I could see a 49 sweep or maybe something faking that.
And there's a give. There's Heltemus up the middle. We got positive yards that time, right up the middle. He's going to get about 6. So it's going to be up 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers with the ball at their 47. Heltemus.
That's Mr. Consistent for us.
Well, Garrett, you know, when you said Heltemus on the outside earlier, you were talking about his brother Gavin.
Yes.
This Heltemus, Garrett.
He's not the outside receiver burner.
No,
he's Mr. Steady, consistent. Last year and this year both. He's going to get you tough yards up the middle every time. And when he gets some space, he can move. He can move.
It's 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. We're at 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And can the Tigers get a first down here?
Oh,
we moved. They're going to catch. Yeah, they got it. That's the right call.
Millwood had a little wiggle there. It was minor, but it was. I mean, we saw it from here. So
yeah. I thought for a minute we weren't going to get the call, but they're going to mark it off 5 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 now for the Tigers, which means it's probably a passing down.
Yep, puts us right back into that passing situation there. We were going to run the sweep and see how we could do on third and 4.
I don't know if we'll run this, but I would love to see a Gunther to Gunther here. Is it?
It's in the playbook, I'm sure.
Well, I'll tell you, because I think that they'll be looking to the outside, and we might be able to release in the middle as well. Kane Caswell here at the wingback position. In motion goes Lane Dalton. It's fake to Lane, and a nice completion. Get upfield.
Watson.
And Watson gets the first down. Nice little move. I was worried there for a minute that Watson, because he was right there. He was
backtracking a little bit.
He backtracked, but then he got forward. He gets the first down. So both first downs come after passes, right?
Well, and Ethan throws that one not really where you want it for the first down. He throws it a little short. Watson comes and gets it, though, makes a great play on the ball, makes one guy miss, and he's able to pick up the first.
Jacob did a really nice move there. He knew where the stick was, and he was trying to get upfield, Ryan, but he had to make a little move. He made it. He gets the first down, and the Tigers are in Apache territory at the 44. First time we've been there other than when we scored, but it's first possession first snap in their territory. And there is a give to Heltemus. Heltemus, he powers forward. He's going to get close to 3 yards, I believe.
I like that when we get in a big pile like that they blow the whistle. Now, not everybody stops when they should, but let's not get anybody hurt there.
Heltemus gets up a little slow, but he's going to get right back into the huddle. 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Millwood back in for Caswell. We got a good rotation going with our tight ends and our wingbacks, which, just like with the defensive line, as warm as it is, it needs to happen. And with a team this size, you really need to keep everybody fresh.
2nd down, 7 for the Tigers. That's Millwood at the wingback, and Ethan Gunther is going to give to Lane Dalton. Lane, he lowers the boom there a little bit. He gets a couple of more yards. I liked what he did that time. There wasn't anything going outside, so he just kind of lowered his head and went down.
Well, and you know, on that play right there, we blocked it up really, really well. There was a good-sized hole there. There was one guy, I don't know if he's unblocked or just unaccounted for, but he was the one in the hole. You have to beat him, or you got to pound him or something, and Lane pounded him.
Yeah, he pounded him, got a couple yards to bring up 3rd down, a long 3 for the Tigers. And I believe we were in 4 down territory, so we got 2 tries to get this 4 yards.
Harger in at running back. Caswell in motion.
It's a quick pitch to Harger. He's got the corner. First down. And he's still on his feet.
Nope.
Oh, he's going to step out of bounds.
Oh, I thought he had the corner there. I thought he was going.
Almost got to say my favorite line, but not quite.
Marked at the 27, first down, timeout Pottsville. Let's take a timeout with them and appreciate some of our sponsors.
Hi, my name is Matthew, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Prairie Grove Christian Church, where our mission statement is to love God, love others, and serve others. We have 2 services on Sunday morning at 9 and 10:30 a.m., lasting a little over an hour, which consist of worship, communion, and a biblically based message. On Wednesdays, we have The Quest and 2240 Ministries.
I'm not on. Okay, there we go. And Gunther's going to keep this time. Ethan's going to go out to the outside. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. It'll bring up second down for the Tigers. So the Tigers, second possession, Ryan, we've completed some passes, done some running, and looks like we've got a little balance tonight.
Yeah, and now there's a flag on the play.
I did not see that, but he's turned like he's going to walk it off against Prairie Grove. I hope it's a 5-yarder, not a hold. That's going to bring up first down and 20 for the Tigers. 2:52 to go here in the first quarter.
You can't do that from the student section.
Oh my gosh! Even their student section's almost where ours is. This is. Yeah, it's like the Seinfeld episode whenever Elaine gets friends that are just like Jerry, Kramer, and George. You know.
Samoya Hobbs split to the near side. He's over the top of Kane and them. This is probably a sweep here because we have ineligible receivers.
And there's Lane Dalton. He's looking for some room. He's got it. He's still on his feet. He's going to get that 10 yards, close to that 10 yards back. He's going to be a little bit short, but, well, no, by the time they spot it, we're going to get that 10 yards back. It's going to be second down and 10, Ryan.
Good, tough running that time by Lane. Good blocking. I mean, he had room. That's the thing. Real good seam right there, and he's able to kind of recover from the penalty and get us back into, you know, not ahead of the sticks, but close.
Well, second down, and I thought he got there where the spots would be second down and 12, but Tigers get good yardage, and now you've got something manageable. And now there's the give to Heltemus. He's got room. Heltemus still on his feet, down close to the 20-yard line.
Right on Kane Caswell's bad ankle. Oh. He's going to be all right. I was afraid there. Heltemus landed right on that ankle.
Well, these 2 plays that we just had there, very good yards there, Ryan. On the 2 plays, we got about 16 yards. And now third down with 2 downs to go to get 4 yards. Again, very manageable for the Tigers.
I mean, you would love to see maybe a quick little pass here. We're going to go on a 2-set, but we're running the ball so effectively. But if they got us behind the chains, you know, it would be bad. So I'm thinking quick pass.
They're going to go to Heltemus, and that's a good move. And Heltemus is churning. He's going to get close to the first down. I think he's got it. At the 15, he's going to have it. That's going to be a first down for the Tigers. Minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. And the Tigers are moving the ball well tonight.
I'm glad Absher and Pinkley didn't listen to me there, and they trusted what we do, and they ran the ball. Sometimes I wonder, you know, if they got that direct link where they can hear me so they know what they're supposed to be doing. But
I don't even know if they ever listen to us, even
I don't blame them.
years after the game's over with.
Oh, we made some comments today just when we seen him in the hallway just about Cade Walker being the leading tackler on kickoffs, and he's the kicker, and he just kind of walked on.
There is the give. That's Lane Dalton. He goes. He found the hole. There wasn't much. He went cut up. I like that, Ryan.
Yeah, that was a little different. That was like a short sweep. It opened up in the middle of the field. It worked.
He only picked up about 2 or 3, but that's still positive yards, and the Tigers inside the 15 and moving the ball very well tonight. You know, next week, the Apache of Pottsville get to go play the Sand Lizards of Dardanelle, who the Tigers fell to last week.
Yeah, again, we're still learning who we are. So I think, if we play Dardanelle again in playoffs, it's a lot different look.
There's a quick. There, give him 6. Hey!
That's Samoya Hobbs from Ethan Gunther.
It's a flag down? Is there a flag or is that?
No, I think that's just on our screen.
Oh, okay, good. TD, don't scare me like that. So the pass completion from Gunther to Hobbs, and the Tigers now up 12-0, and we're going to kick the extra point again. I like that. It's showing a little confidence there.
Well, we need it. We need to be able to kick consistently. Laird will be the holder, Knox, and Cade Walker will be back kicking.
You said Laird first. I was looking for Coach Laird out there for a second. And now the extra point. A couple sophomores. Let's see if we can pull this off. High snap. Good job.
False start.
Well, we'll have to kick it again.
Which, if that's on us, we have the leg for that, but I could see him maybe going for 2 here. But we have the leg for that.
I'll just try to kick it.
Say it.
It happens. It happens. I'm not sure why on a extra point you get antsy at all. If you're on the line, I don't know. Maybe the center had it was a high snap, but I didn't see who moved. Good snap. Kick on the way. This time it's up. No good. Well, with 28 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's Prairie Grove 12, Pottsville 0. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. We'll be back after this.
Prairie Grove 12, Pottsville nothing.
To buy a new recliner, a sofa, or maybe you need a box springs and mattress. Well, look no further than Harton Furniture in Prairie Grove. Terry Harton works hard to keep his showroom fully stocked, so if you pick something out, you can go home with it right then. But also, custom orders are no problem. If there's something you want, he can have it in just a few days. With over 20 years in the furniture business, great customer service, and excellent prices, Harton Furniture is the place for you. Located on Highway 62 between Farmington and Prairie Grove. Come by Harton Furniture. He'll treat you right. Harton Furniture is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics.
Okay, getting ready to kick is Cade Walker. Tigers lead 12-0. And off to a good start tonight, Ryan. Let's see if we can keep this up.
Yeah, I mean, besides the kicking game, that's the one place we've struggled, but, that doesn't scare me, really, because we can start going for 2 if we need.
Well, and they're going to get it right back to around the 40-yard line. This time they get up to the 45 or close to it.
Foster Lehman that time, bad pursuit there. I'm going to have to call him out on that Monday. He had a chance to either blow somebody up or make a play on the guy running the ball, and he misses. 44, Marshall Montgomery.
Montgomery also helping out on that tackle.
That's his second one on both kickoffs.
Prairie Grove, having given them the ball at the 41, 43, and 44, we've actually done pretty well tonight to keep them out of the end zone so far, and I don't want to speak too quick. Second person through gets the ball.
I see Chucky Edwards.
And that is also
and Wetzel.
Wetzel's in there.
And Medina.
And the ball carrier that time was Curtis Kemp again, and Kemp picks up about 3. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. With the score, Prairie Grove 12, Pottsville 0. We'll go to commercial break and be back for the second quarter.
First quarter. Prairie Grove 12, Pottsville 0.
Are you looking to buy a new recliner, a sofa, or maybe you need a box springs and mattress? Well, look no further than Harton Furniture in Prairie Grove. Terry Harton works hard to keep his showroom fully stocked, so if you pick something out, you can go home with it right then. But also, custom orders are no problem. If there's something you want, he can have it in just a few days. With over 20 years in the furniture business, great customer service, and excellent prices, Harton Furniture is the place for you. Located on Highway 62 between Farmington and Prairie Grove. Come by Harton Furniture, he'll treat you right. Harton Furniture is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics. Are you looking to buy a new recliner, a sofa, or maybe you need a box springs and mattress? Well, look no further than Harton Furniture in Prairie Grove. Terry Harton works hard to keep his showroom fully stocked, so if you pick something out, you can go home with it right then. But also, custom orders are no problem. If there's something you want, he can have it in just a few days. With over 20 years in the furniture business, great customer service, and excellent prices, Harton Furniture is the place for you. Located on Highway 62 between Farmington and Prairie Grove. Come by Harton Furniture, he'll treat you right. Harton Furniture is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics.
As we begin the second quarter, Pottsville, and there's a keeper, there's an option.
Oh, what a snag.
That was a nice snag that time by Elijah Bradley. The pitch that time from the quarterback, Ben Jones, was high, and he almost did a Odell Beckham on that one.
Yeah, that was impressive.
3rd down and 7, no gain on the play. So now
Jared Harder on the tackle that time. Pinkley will run in for Bryant.
Ball sitting at the 46-yard line. So 3rd down. Well, I said 3rd and 7. It's going to be 3rd and 8. And so this is not Pottsville's. They're usually like a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
We're going to give a different look. Pinkley that time was that inside linebacker. Came through, he got the sack.
And that's the total.
Did you see him? He was in an inside linebacker.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I promise you, his dad will be watching that this week, and he's going to watch this one over and over again.
That one's going on the wall.
So, Mike, I'm telling you right now, that was a great play by.
Well, I thought it was weird. He comes in. Heltemus goes into tackle. I'm like, that's weird. Heltemus is at tackle, not at end. And Pinkley's at tackle normally, and he's at linebacker.
Well, Daytona he went right through there, didn't give him a chance to throw it. We actually had it covered okay. And punt's going to be end over end. Hobbs is going to field it inside the 30. He's got a little room. And he's going to be tackled. I'm glad,
we did well there.
We did well because we didn't get a block in the back or a hold or anything, and that's okay. And the Tigers will start 1st and 10 with the ball at the 36.
Wow, what a sack right there. I mean, we sent the house. We sent the house on that one, and Pinkley comes through.
Well, I'll tell you what was great about that was that Laird's sitting there thinking, the coach Laird, all right, they're going to throw the ball, but if we can get back there before they have a chance to throw it, that might be our best defense on this. And it was. And the Tigers will start 1st and 10, the ball at 36.
Gunther will let Caswell in on a little information there.
Dalton and Heltemus in the backfield. The give is going to be to Dalton. Lane Dalton cuts up field. He's got a little room. Still on his feet. Lane Dalton, 1st down, up to the 47-yard line of the Tigers.
Nice run right there. It's a 1st down run. You're hoping for 3 or 4. We pick up 12.
Actually, gosh, he got all the way to the 49.
So how many is that?
Well, we started at the 30, about 14-yard carry.
Sweet. So good job that time on the blocking crew because Lane had a lane. Oh, wait, that was weird. Lane had a lane. There was a lane there for Dobbs. I'm going to blame his parents for that mistake.
And Caswell goes in motion. Ethan Gunther going to give right up the middle. That's Heltemus. Heltemus. There wasn't a lot there, but Heltemus picks up 4 yards. I like it.
That's again what you're hoping for on 1st down.
He gets up slow this time, though.
He seemed a little more tender tonight, if you know what I mean. Foster Lehman's going to run in.
Foster, a sophomore. I enjoyed talking to him after the game last week. First time I really had a chance to speak with him. He seems like a great young man. And
very mature kid.
Yeah, I was very impressed.
have him in class. We got a couple of these guys, some of these sophomore guys in class. Really good, outstanding kid.
2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Ball at the Apache 47. Ethan Gunther going to give to Lane Dalton. Lane looking for a lane. We're gonna really use that a lot.
It's getting really corny.
Corny quick, but he picks up about 3 yards, so to bring up 3rd down along. Let's call it 3rd and 3.
We're in 4-down territory right now. I mean, we could punt it, but I think when you're up 2 scores, you don't punt here.
Well, I mean, we've been giving the ball there anyway all night. That's where
Yeah.
their average starting position, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to go ahead and get them down on the 5, but our punt game's been a little weak, so 4-down territory here. Let's see what happens.
Well, Millwood here at the tight end position. And a give is going to be, that's Lehman. Foster's going to be close. It depends on the spot. He's got to get to the 41, and this ref.
Man, I feel like it was a hair short.
It's going to be short. If this guy has it, I think it's going. Well, good night. Depends on how they line that up. They're gonna measure this.
If you can't tell when you walk up there, you're probably measuring.
Wow.
They need to stop the clock and call for the chains. There you go.
You know what? I noticed the Pottsville guy stopped the clock before.
Oh yeah, he did. It didn't. It was 8:33 when the play ended.
Yeah.
Oh, your mic's still on. He's telling everybody to back up. Everybody's listening.
It's going to be close. Foster Lehman trying to get that first. You know what I like? You know, he ran last week on a 3rd down play.
And we picked on him.
And we did, but right there, he learned from that play last week because he ran the ball hard that time, and he's got the 1st down. So.
And that's what we were hoping for.
Yep.
And we were talking earlier, these non-conference games, that's what you got to have. We got to get ready for conference. If we can get a backup fullback ready to get us a 1st down on 3rd down, we've set ourselves up for success in conference.
Well, and with a workhorse like we have, like Heltemus, who's going to get, you know, the bulk of the carries, he plays a lot on the field throughout the game. He needs a breather sometimes. When you got a guy like Foster Lehman as a sophomore, come out, get you a couple yards, that's a good thing. So the Tigers now with 1st down and 10, the ball at the Apache 41. Ethan Gunther in at quarterback. In motion comes Caswell.
He's got that pass, yeah.
And he's going to get it to his outside shoulder. Couldn't quite get to it.
Little long. He may have been able to pick up 3 to 4 yards right there, I think, going towards the sideline like that. Well, number 5 was pretty close to him.
Well, he had to make him. And the tough part about that, it was over his shoulder, and he was going to have to stop and cut back to go up. That was going to be it was going to be hard to gain yards there, but he would have gained a few yards.
But here's my question: what does that set up? Because Pinkley and Absher are always thinking what they're going to do in the second half or what they're going to do later in the series. I guarantee you that turns into an out and up.
Well, the I formation this time, and it's going to be a give to Lane Dalton right at the middle, and Lane Dalton goes about 8 or 9. Well, they're going to spot him. Let's see where they spot him. They're going to spot him at the 34, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. So a good run that time by Lane Dalton after the incomplete pass for Caswell, and so the Tigers definitely have 2 downs to pick this up. 7:53 to go here in the first half.
I can't see the down over there. Is it 3rd or 4th?
It's 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3. What do you call here? Same thing?
Either that or give it quickly to Heltemus. And they do the same play, and Lane is going to be close, going to pin on the spot.
Quarterback sneak since your quarterback weighs 240?
What we're on that 240 number tonight.
Well, I mean, hey, he may not be 240. He may be 220, but he's a big quarterback.
He is a big quarterback. They're going to bring up, let's see, they're going to give him the 1st down. So we don't have to do the quarterback sneak with the 240 quarterback.
We can save that for later. 230. We're going to call him. They're going to say he's 230 here. They're being kind. They haven't seen him in a while. He ate a little extra lunch today. It's probably it's my fault. It's the snacks in my room. He comes in there and gets out of my snack closet about every day. I keep telling him, you're a quarterback now. You got to stop that.
You have a snack closet?
Yeah, stay out of there.
Hence the 240. Okay. Sorry,
Busted.
Ron.
Busted.
1st down and 10. In motion comes Caswell. He's going to get it. He makes a little move and gets another move. Hey, look at Caswell.
Some good moves that time because it was defended well. There was guys on the outside ready for that sweep. Caswell paused. I thought, man, no, you're going to lose all your momentum. guy like that probably doesn't have a ton of momentum. You know, he weighs $120, and I'm way off on that. That was a joke, by the way. And so, anyways, goes to the inside and picks up another 5 yards.
Well, he picks up 5, and that was well earned that time by Caswell. Kane gets the ball down to around the 26-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Like the way the Tigers are moving the ball and using clock. And we get the ball to start the second half. A lot of positive things going right here. This time a give. That's Harger. Whoa, he's only going to get a couple.
What do you think Kane really looks without looking, or weighs without? You look.
No, I didn't look. No,
I saw you peek.
Actually, I was looking at the third down.
I saw you peek. I'm thinking 150 soaking wet.
I was going to say 160.
Okay.
So what is he?
What is he? Kane. 158 is what it says. That's probably pretty gracious. I'm going to say we're closer. Oh, you said 160. You said 160. You went over in the Price is Right, though.
Price is Right. I don't get the showcase. There is a wingback reverse. Oh, they got him.
They're all over.
They were all over Wetzel that time. They read that play well. Nice job that time. That's number 44. That's Emilio Torres.
I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Pinkley drove his guy 5 yards down the field. The play was busted, I know, so let's pick up the positive. Pinkley has his guys 5 yards down the field and put him on his back, pancake walked him, picked him up and patted him on the back and walked back to the huddle. That boy just came back to the sideline. Oh, that would have been fun to see that on replay.
Was that 75?
I think I don't remember, to be honest. I was watching Pinkley.
Okay, so it's 4th down, and so I actually liked that play call, but we got caught in the backfield. They blew it up.
It was slow. It kind of looked slow.
Now we know he's going to pass it. He's got some room. He's got a man open. I wish he would have picked it off.
We had the tight end wide open, it felt like, and I think Gunther just got a little greedy there. He throws into double coverage, trying to get probably his favorite wide receiver, Jake Watson.
He had, was that Wetzel open? Or
it looked like Millwood,
Millwood
was open as the tight end spot. He kind of sat down in the middle of the field. Maybe not for a first down, but it would have been close, and then maybe with the second effort he would have got it. We're going to turn it over on downs. It'll be Apache ball.
Well, here's the thing tonight, Ryan. This last year was a critical time, the last 5 minutes of the first half, really the last 2 minutes of the first half. but the way they run the ball and the amount of clock's going to run here, this is critical. There is Bradley with the ball, and Bradley still on his feet. Oh,
nice
Millwood.
Hit, Millwood.
Whoa, bingo.
He's pumped. Let him get. We got a guy laying down up there. Is he hurt or is he just frustrated? I think he's frustrated. Okay. Man, that's Graham Gunther. His assignment tonight's been pretty tough. There's a guy that he's going against. I don't know if it's number 70, but he's getting abused out there on the outside a little bit. But he's got to be tough because we need him.
Got a little light on here. I know it's going to make it hotter, but I can't see the rosters anymore. 2nd down and 6 for Pottsville.
Harrison Lowe in at cornerback there, and Cade Walker in at outside linebacker. They're going to go up the middle. We're going to get the tackle. That's Millwood and Chucky Edwards on the stop.
It's going to be 3rd down and about a yard. And if history says anything, if they don't make this, I think they'll still go, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
They like to get this 3rd and short, and they'll take it on 4th down, even at this part of the field.
This close, why wouldn't you try it? As far as I say, this close as far as first down marker. If they get any yardage here, they're going for it. Now if they lose yards on this one or get no gain, I could see him punting maybe.
And it's a give, and he's
Millwood.
Wow, Millwood.
Once again,
he got a good spot though.
He got a great spot.
Yeah.
Millwood did a great job that time getting him and driving him backward.
And that's what you want to do. A lot of times a guy will tackle and move him forward. Millwood grabbed him and threw him back. They gave him a very generous spot, but he gets the first down, and not the worst thing. We're going to run a little more clock. What we got to do here is keep him out of the end zone, Ryan, going into halftime, because we get the ball to start the second half. You don't want to go in 12-6 if you can go in 12-0.
You know, if we stop them on first or second down, I go ahead and take a timeout, though, and let my guys have a breather. And if we did get the ball back, we'd have more time.
Pinkley comes in, shows blitz, and they get through that. That was a good run.
Vargas in that time for Graham, and 70 put Vargas on his back. 70 is a beast. The ponytail, he's enjoying it. Problem is you need more than just one guy as a beast up there on the front line. Yeah, he's 270, and he's pushing around guys that are, like Graham. He's We don't have a weight for him. I would say he's about 165, 175 pounds. So that guy's got him by 100.
Second and short for the Apache.
This is where I would pass as the Pottsville team.
Yeah,
you have second and short. You got a free down.
I just was about to say that, Ryan. I'm like, you got second and short. You release that tight end down the middle right there.
They picked it up. But you fake that and you get a tight end streaking. Now, it'd have to be someone besides 17. I don't think his streaking is going to be fast enough.
But it would have been a big gain nonetheless. But they're now down to the Prairie Grove 42-yard line.
This is I'm taking a timeout some here soon just to let us catch our breath. They're moving well on us, change momentum, give your guys a break. We're subbing in as much as we can to kind of keep guys fresh, but they need probably a little breather here, and you don't want to give up the score. And they're not going to run out of time. With 2.5 minutes, if they're going to score on this one, they're probably going to score.
Pottsville has 2 timeouts left, and they're taking their time. And now this time he fakes it.
I don't like this on first. That could have been pass interference. It's not going to call. We got lucky right there. Keandre does interfere with him before the ball. Not big interference, but a little bit. But good job by Keandre not getting beat deep. But see, Pottsville, this is where they goof. You could have passed on second down for free. You passed on first down now. You put yourself behind the chains already. I don't like that combination of play call.
Yeah, they had done that last time. You have third and short. But
and I'm
now,
sure there's some element of surprise there.
Sure.
But
yeah, absolutely. Second down and 10 now, and
I don't think they have the guys that could outrun our guys in the backfield anyways.
Back to their dead tee, and this time it's a
Bradley.
He's got Dalton. See, Lane Dalton, a little bit different than Millwood. He tackled him forward, and that's going to give him about 5 yards. So it's third down. Well, they only give him 4, so third down and about 6 to go.
Graham will come back in for Cade Walker this time. Cade getting a couple reps in. I've heard from the coaching staff he's been standing out in practice. And so you got a guy's earning his reps in the game by what he's putting forth in practice. And I love to hear that about some sophomores.
Here is the give up the middle. That's where they've hurt us right there, Ryan. This drive right over the right tackle there, that is where they have been deadly there on this drive, and they just keep going back to it.
They do. That's 34, Curtis Kemp that time on the carry. Hayden Black on the tackle. But that's a place where we've been trying to sub in. So that's where Graham comes in for a moment. Vargas has come in. We got Millwood in there right now. Graham's moved back to, your outside linebacker position.
But that Weatherhall, who's over there on the right tackle, he's kind of been this time they go to the left side. We try to strip it, don't get it. Now they're down to 1:27. They're probably going to use a timeout here soon, I would think.
Be honest with you, I would love for us. I don't think they're going to run out of time. I don't want us to get too tired here and make a silly mental error.
Well, they're down. They've not called a timeout. They're down to 1:12. So we're going to be down to about a minute after this play. I'm a little surprised that Pottsville, there they go. They got him this time and didn't get the first.
Who's that off the edge? That's Graham. Graham Gunther got him that time. He came off the edge. Good job that time by Graham. We do have it looks like one of them was hurt.
They also called a timeout, I thought.
Okay, that was Cooper Allen coming up off of the tackle there.
Pottsville takes their second timeout. They've got one left. Let's take it with them. 59 seconds to go. Tigers up 12-0.
Are you looking to buy a new recliner, a sofa, or maybe you need a box springs and mattress? Well, look no further than Harton Furniture in Prairie Grove. Terry Harton works hard to keep his showroom fully stocked, so if you pick something out, you can go home with it right then. But also, custom orders are no problem. If there's something you want, he can have it in just a few days. With over 20 years in the furniture business, great customer service, and excellent prices, Harton Furniture is the place for you. Located on Highway 62 between Farmington and Prairie Grove. Come by Harton Furniture, he'll treat you right. Harton Furniture is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics.
All right. Pottsville will break the huddle after the timeout. 59 seconds. 3rd and 3. It's going to be a pass.
It is incomplete. Russ almost had it.
That was the tight end we were talking about. He had Cooper Allen deep, had him beat, and it just goes right off his fingertips.
And it was thrown a little bit long, but not too much. It's
well, a little high, too. It almost gave him too much time to try to figure out where the ball was.
Well, he got it on his fingertips, and he didn't have it in his hands. It literally was his fingertips, and he's unable to bring that one in. Russ almost got it.
Good thing about that is it stops the clock. The bad thing about it is now it's 4th and 3 rather than 3rd and 3, and you had two runs to get the first down.
I'll tell you, if I'm them, I'm going over Weatherhall because that's where it's been.
Well, him and Russ are right beside each other over there on the right side. That's exactly where I'm going.
And that's where they go, and that fumble. Oh, I don't think he got it.
Keandre got back there that time. It's a turnover on downs. Keandre got back there. He didn't make the tackle, but he got back there and adjusted the play. Looks like Cooper Allen on the tackle.
Well, the Tigers stop. That's a big stop for Prairie Grove. And I said that last year when we played them in the playoffs, they had a chance to do right there, pulled in a touchdown. They had the same thing last year. Now, we got fortunate last year and got a touchdown before.
17, the big boy, he's puking on the field. He's coming off the field and puking. I saw him pull his helmet off and kind of stagger a little bit, and then he just took care of business.
I'm sure that all the people watching love the graphic you just gave them.
Sorry. I want you guys to feel like you're really here.
Well, they can watch it, but we didn't have the camera on that, thank goodness. Here is the give up the middle. Heltemus, he's got a little room. Look at Heltemus. Heltemus still on his feet. Heltemus at the 50, 45, 40. He's still on his feet. He goes out of bounds. Hey!
Oh, man, what a run.
Did we got that on replay? Quick, Cade.
We don't have replay until halftime. We got to reboot the system here. Whitley says he may be half as fast as his brother, but he runs twice as hard, so it makes up for it.
Well, he stepped out at the 43, so the Tigers now, with all 3 timeouts, Ryan, now you can start thinking about trying to put in the end zone.
Oh, I would love to see a shot here.
Back there on that part of the field, you don't want to go out. You don't want to try that because it's, you got a good ways to go. But now with this, they're going to go to Heltemus again, and Heltemus fighting his way, still on his feet. Call timeout, Coach.
Yeah, I would much. There he did. He did. He called timeout. That's going to be a timeout, Prairie Grove, with 31 seconds left in the first half.
Let's stay with it this time. I love our people down here in Pottsville. They've been very gracious. But that clock guy was 2 seconds off of that.
He's a little upset that didn't quite punch it in right there. So.
Well, no, I was watching. I saw the ref's arms go up, and I'm watching the clock, and 2 seconds got off.
But he stopped it earlier when the ref was trying to measure.
Well, that was when they had the ball. No, I'm joking. They've been very gracious to us tonight.
I'm getting pumped up now, though. They're playing the Tomahawk Chalk here, or Tomahawk Chop. Got that Florida State sound.
My wife absolutely hates this, and the reason why is we were watching a game one time, Ryan. We're watching a game, and we're in the house doing that, and I didn't know she was right there, or Ty. It was Ty when he was little. He didn't know she was right there, and he does it, pops her in the eye. And we have to go to the emergency room. She's got a cut on her eye. So
that is not funny, Lynn. That is not funny. But it's a great story.
It is a great story.
Hopefully she's not listening.
She probably is, and I'm in trouble when I get home. So it's 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. 31 seconds to go. Can they get it in the end zone right before the half? I think here, Ryan.
Take a shot.
I'm okay. I'm even. Yeah.
It's 2nd and 5. You could stop the clock with an incomplete pass. Take a shot. We're going to go in a 2-over set here. Ethan telling his brother where to go.
And it's going to be a give to Heltemus, and he's got room. Heltemus on the right side, left side. He's inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line.
That was kind of delayed there. That looked a little, we're a quick handoff team. That one kind of had a look of a little bit longer. I don't know if somebody stumbled up, but what it did, it allowed the lane to be a little bit more open there, and Heltemus had quite a bit of room, almost like how Le'Veon Bell waits to kind of hit the hole. I felt like that's kind of what accidentally happened there.
Well, we got 20 seconds. We're taking a little more time here. And now he's going, Ethan, and he's going to take off running. Gunther.
He's got the first down.
Go down. Timeout. Timeout.
We got it.
That play took that series maybe taken a little too long there, Ryan. But we're going to get a first down at the 15.
I like what Ethan did there, though. He could have made a silly pass. He could have thrown the ball away and maybe stopped the clock. But he did a good thing there by getting the first down and getting the timeout quick. I mean, he didn't drag it out too long. We still have a chance for 1 or 2 shots at the end zone.
If we play this right, we got 2 chances here. Now, when I say that, the only thing I'm going to hate is
it's got to be quick.
Well, if we complete a pass and we're in bounds and we have to use our timeout, great. But I hate to go into halftime with a timeout in our pocket.
Oh, yeah.
So if we throw an incomplete pass, so we should be able to get 2 plays off here, but we can't delay. I mean, if you catch the ball and you're not in the end zone, go down. I mean, if you can't
you got to tell them, get out of bounds, go down something. We got to make it happen quick.
But I think what we do.
And really, if you try to shoot it all the way to the end zone, you may only have 1 play.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little faster than that.
I think with 8 seconds, you got time, but it's got to be quick. And then hopefully we get 2 plays out of this. If you're the Apache, you're praying you keep them out of the end zone because Tigers get the ball to start the second half. The Tigers are hoping to be able to pour it on here with 8 seconds to go.
Samoya Hobbs in at split end. He'll go wide right. We're in our base formation here with Caswell and Millwood at tight end and wingback.
And here it is. Taking a little too long, but he's got a man open. It's over. We're going to have 1 more play.
Good deal.
We're going to have 1 more play and take a timeout in our hip pocket here. Dang it. That's all right.
That's right. I would have loved to use it on defense earlier and kind of gave him a break when Pottsville was moving. But at the same time, if we would have caught it inbounds right there, we would have had the timeout to use.
We needed. Yep. So now the Tigers will take a timeout. Let's take a timeout this time. 3 seconds to go in the half. Tigers up 12-0.
Buy a new recliner, a sofa, or maybe you need a box springs and mattress. Well, look no further than Harton Furniture in Prairie Grove. Terry Harton works hard to keep his showroom fully stocked, so if you pick something out, you can go home with it right then. But also, custom orders are no problem. If there's something you want, he can have it in just a few days. With over 20 years in the furniture business, great customer service, and excellent prices, Harton Furniture is the place for you. Located on Highway 62 between Farmington and Prairie Grove. Come by Harton Furniture. He'll treat you right. Harton Furniture is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics.
Well, here we go. This will be the last play of the half. And
Samoya and Kane Caswell split to the near side here on the wide side of the field.
And Gunther, he's rolling to his right. He squares up. He throws. He's got a man. He's got it. No, he dropped it. Oh, no.
Beautiful execution that time by Ethan Gunther in the offensive line. Everybody blocked up well. Just one of those where you're making a diving catch. You got to get it. It barely slips through and touches the ground.
Well, let's thank our sponsors. Halftime sponsored tonight by Small Town Productions for your filming and video needs. Call Small Town Productions in Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove Christian Church, Harton's Furniture for Less, Foster's Roofing. They'll be sponsoring a new sponsor this week, sponsoring our offensive and defensive player of the game, and PG Telco, who sponsors $30 for all touchdowns scored by Prairie Grove. Again, halftime sponsored by Small Town Productions. Here's our stats for the first half. Total offense for Prairie Grove, 238 yards to Pottsville's 72. Prairie Grove averaging 7.7 yards per play to Pottsville's 2.9. Prairie Grove has 92 yards passing. They're 3 for 7. Pottsville's 0 for 4. Rushing yards, 146 for Prairie Grove, 72. All their yards come on the ground. Turnovers, they had 1. We haven't had any. Time of possession's about even. And first downs, Prairie Grove 11 and Pottsville 6. For Prairie Grove rushing, Garrett Heltemus, 9 carries, 80 yards, averaging about 9 yards a carry, just 1 yard short of 9 yards a carry. Lane Dalton, 10 for 43, Jared Harder, 2 for 13, Ethan Gunther, 1 for 10, Kane Caswell, 1 for 5. Leading tacklers for Prairie Grove, James Millwood, Jared Harder, Marshall Montgomery, David Hall, Austin Medina, and we definitely want to talk about, there was one, that was Daytona Pinkley. He had a really good one. Well,
we'll make him the sack leader.
Well, we're going to come back and or we're going to stay with it here and let the band play.
We're going to stay with it and let the band.
We're going to take a break and we'll be back for the second half in about 20 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prairie Grove High School presents with pride the Big Bad Band from Tigerland, featuring the first two movements of our 2018 show. Step right up. It's a three-ring circus. Salute.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the biggest little show on earth. Come on in now. Remember, you stay as long as you like, and you leave when we so desire. Step right up. As I'm sure you have noticed, but one of madness. Madness in a mad world. This is not an ordinary... This is not a...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pottsville Black and Gold Brigade is taking its place on the field to entertain you this evening. Our show this year features impressions of the visual spectrum. The title of our show is Colors. The band is 59 members strong and led onto the field tonight by senior drum major Sidney Dick. Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field for performance. And now, welcome to the field, the Pottsville High School Band, featuring the colors red and orange. Senior horn soloist Owen Knox. From red hot, we now move into the cool shades of blue and purple. Enjoy the band as they lay down some cool blues. Senior saxophone soloist Reagan Lillard. the 2018 Pottsville Black and Gold Brigade. The band is directed by Kevin Ray, assisted by Chris Cameron. Flag instructor is Jamie Dennis, and twirl instructor is Jamison Hale. Thank you for your attention.
My vision when I'm running the ball.
Running. I like to run.
My knowledge of what to do. A lot of times players come to me and ask me what to do, and I love the fact that I can be one of the leaders of the team.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky, then suddenly you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
Hi, my name is Matthew, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Prairie Grove Christian Church, where our mission statement is to love God, love others, and serve others. We have two services on Sunday morning at 9 and 10:30 a.m., lasting a little over an hour, which consist of worship, communion, and a biblically based message. On Wednesdays, we have the Quest and 2240 ministries for children in junior high, as well as men's and women's small groups. Twice a year, we have men's and women's encounters. On Sunday night, we have 2240 for the high schoolers. Some of the ways we love to serve our community are through the Great Serve, Life Ministries, and the Backpack Program. In the fall, we have upward basketball and cheerleading opportunities for children who are in kindergarten through second grade. This year, we will have a group going to Cambodia, as well as supporting missions in Papua New Guinea and Haiti. If you want to experience what faith and grace is all about, come to Prairie Grove Christian Church to learn, worship, and meet people just like you. For any Farmington residents, please consider visiting our sister church, Caston Christian, at the Randall Lynch Middle School cafeteria, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m.
Looking to buy a new recliner, a sofa, or maybe you need a box springs and mattress? Well, look no further than Harton Furniture in Prairie Grove. Terry Harton works hard to keep his showroom fully stocked, so if you pick something out, you can go home with it right then. But also, custom orders are no problem. If there's something you want, he can have it in just a few days. With over 20 years in the furniture business, great customer service, and excellent prices, Harton Furniture is the place for you. Located on Highway 62 between Farmington and Prairie Grove. Come by Harton Furniture, he'll treat you right. Harton Furniture is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics.
Burger King. McDonald's.
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 My vision when I'm running the ball.
Running. I like to run.
My knowledge of what to do. A lot of times players come to me and ask me what to do, and I love the fact that I can be one of the leaders of the team.
Okay, we got about 2 minutes before we start, and notice on our YouTube that Jackson Dursum saying go Tigers, Jeremy Medlock. Let's see if the Tigers can regroup after last week's loss to Dardanelle. So far, it looks like we have. A couple of folks there. And getting ready to start the second half. Tigers have looked much better tonight. And we didn't expect, really, Pottsville to have a lot of yards passing. They don't. They're 0 for 4 so far tonight. And one of them, Daytona Pinkley, really just blew up the play and on a critical down, and the Tigers able to hold off. You know, we want to recognize again our sponsors, Small Town Productions, Prairie Grove Christian Church, Harton's Furniture for Less, Foster's Roofing, new sponsor this week. They'll sponsor our offense and defensive player of the game, PG Telco, who donates $30 for every touchdown Prairie Grove scores. And our crew tonight, Cade Graham, T.D. Hill, Ethan Turner, Mayo Dobson, Kevin Bennett, and Miles Eubanks, and of course Heath Whitley, who heads up our East Lab group. If Maya's parents are here tonight or watching or something, we know it's Maya. Her nickname here is Mayo, so she's Mayo to us. About 40 seconds to go here before we start the second half kick. Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. We really do appreciate our East Lab and our broadcast crew. I was reminiscing some today. I watched the 2012, part of the 2012 playoff game, some of last year's game, and just remember all the young folks and the kids that have been through the program. We appreciate them so much. Had a chance last night to talk to Ethan Sam, who was part of our program for a while. He's actually pursuing a career in broadcasting as he's finishing up school, and so we really do appreciate all that they're doing and have done here, and what they carry on to do. Ryan, one of the things that I got a text from Scott Sugg, and he brought out that, you know, Pottsville in the 2 times we've played them has always made a lot of good first half halftime adjustments. Come out strong in the second half, and they really executed well in the second half. Even though last year they were down, you know, we had a big lead. It was about tied for the second half, and then the year that we did win, we had a big fourth quarter, and it took that to win the game. Hopefully tonight we can stretch this lead on out, make it if we can get a 3-score lead on them, they're not one to come down. I'm not saying they can't.
But it's one of those deals where it's really, really tough for them because they're going to want to press instead of trust themselves with the run. And that's going to get them out of their game.
Mullinex going to kick off. That is Justin Mullinex getting ready to kick for the Apache.
They seem kind of confused.
And
that's why.
Oh, and it hit a player. So Prairie Grove's going to get – that's stupid.
Yeah, Chucky doesn't need to get anywhere close to that, but he picked it up anyways.
Well, I think the ball was dead because it hit one of their players.
Yeah, but nobody blew a whistle. You see that you're supposed to blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Instead of getting somebody hurt.
If we had been playing the Farmington game, I'm sure the whistle would have been blown.
Oh, ouch. Too soon.
Oh, gosh. Well,
that'll be good field position for the start of the second half.
So the Tigers going to get excellent field position to start the second half. The ball's going to be at the 40, just outside the 45 of the Apache, our best starting field position of the night.
You take a shot? Nah,
no,
trust yourself. You run it here.
I think here you just run your offense, try to get up, and now in motion goes Caswell. He gets the ball. Caswell makes one little move, and he's going to be still on his feet. He's running hard.
That time Pinkley was engaged with the guy. The guy's able to get his arm out and make the slowdown, not necessarily the tackle, but the slowdown. Pinkley's got to keep driving right there, but he's probably trying not to get a hold or anything silly. You know, you don't want to lock up too much. Engage, but don't, out there on the edge, you're going to get a holding call if you do anything remotely close to inappropriate.
Ryan, he got a pretty good spot that time. They gave you almost 4 yards there. That's a good spot for the Tigers, and it'll be second down along 6.
Upset right here with Lane and Caswell both at the wingback positions on opposite sides.
There goes Lane. It's a fumble, and he just falls on it. Wow.
Good job by Gunther that time. I think what was happening there, that's kind of a new look. We go on that upset, and it's like a jet sweep where Lane comes across, and so that handoff's got to be pretty quick. Gunther's probably already trying to pull out maybe, and then you got Cottle trying to get the block. That's probably pretty tough for him to snap and block right there in that situation. And so little unclean, but no harm, no foul.
Third down and still 6 to go. And now here's the Tigers. And it's going to be a give to Lane Dalton. He cuts up. He's met. And this is a big defensive stop here for the Apache. Now the question is, does Prairie Grove go here? Do we punt it deep? I say
I'd punt it deep.
I'd punt it deep. I say that our punting game has not been overly
It's still the right
efficient,
time.
but I think it's the right
punt
time.
this one.
And what you need,
you put it on them.
Yeah,
you put it on them to score.
What Heltmus needs to do here is get it off. He doesn't have to kick it deep. He just needs to get, if he can punt it 20 yards, 25 yards, that's pretty good because they've had excellent field position all night. So
right, let's angle it away from the guy in the back and get the 20 yards. That'd be great.
You don't need a huge punt here, but hey, we'll take it. It's a good snap, and he gets a good punt, a good high punt. And, we had a guy there, but he slipped, but we get it back up. Got him. Was that Cooper Allen?
That's Cooper Allen, yeah. There's some other guys there, but Cooper's the one that got there, slipped, and then got back up and tackled him. I see number 50 also there. That's Carter Skates, sophomore.
David Hall also there to help out, number 19.
We call a lot of sophomores, especially on special teams, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You want those guys in there, letting some of the older guys get their break, and then, also getting that experience to the high school game. That way, like I said, here pretty soon, they're your depth. They need to stick in.
Ryan, Pottsville has made 3 good defensive stands. We had another drive they stopped the one right before the half and that one. So we've had 3 chances to move this up to a 3-score lead, and they've been able to stop us on defense. That time.
Looks like Graham Gunther and Hayden Black and Harger on the stop.
Curtis Kemp on the carry. He picks up about, let's call it 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6.
If I'm the quarterback, I'm like, man, coach, you got to make me run this play in every time. Can we not get some hand signals? I mean, he goes all the way to the sideline every time.
That's a lot for a quarterback to run.
It is.
We used to do that sometimes too. I think sometimes with Cooper Winters back in the day.
Whew, it's tough.
Second down, long 6 for the Apache. We're just underway in the second half. Prairie Grove went 3 and out. And here is the give. And can Millwood get him? Yes, he does. Hey, there you go.
Nice tackle for loss that time by Millwood.
James Millwood, that's going to bring up third down and 8. This is where the Tigers need to hold here and get the ball back and score. Get about halfway through this third quarter with a 3-score lead. That's what I'd like to see. But it's a big third down here. You got to watch out for maybe that tight end dump they've kind of tried to do a couple times.
We already seen that guy puking on the sidelines, though, so I don't know if that makes him feel better or if he's kind of puny now.
I don't know.
I don't want to find out.
Sometimes, I know when I played, I was one to wear myself out.
He can't go out for a pass this time because he's covered up, I think, unless both those guys are off the line. He's going to go deep. It's a bad pass. I don't know if he can do that, but it was overthrown, so it's okay.
It was not a catchable ball. It was going to be out of bounds anyway, so it's fourth down, and the Tigers should get good field position. So the punt was effective that time, Ryan, from Prairie Grove. A lot of times we go for that, especially when we're on their side of the field. That time we if you know why we stopped, there's a door above us, and when it slams, it sounds like a gunshot.
It is loud. Keandre back deep.
Almost
Harger
got to the punt. Keandre wisely backed off of it. He started to go up there at first and field it, and if he could have got it, he may have got a little room, but he hesitated, and once you hesitate, it's probably good that he didn't go.
Cade Grant right there, he's doing a good job, but once he hears the word, that's the kind of like the safe word, everybody get away from the ball, he's got to get further away. That time almost got pushed into the ball, so he's got to be careful there. Good job by the Tigers not making a mistake. Good field position. We'll start about midfield, and this is our second possession of the third quarter.
Ryan, you make a good point because the reason you got to get away from the ball, it can take weird bounces. And,
That's right.
And if you're close enough to it, takes a weird bounce, touches your leg, that could be a huge mistake and a turnover. Let's see, we got Lane Dalton and Heltemus in the backfield, Caswell here at the wing back. And it's going to be a give to Heltemus. He cuts back. Look at Heltemus still on his feet. He gets a first down.
Nice run right there. Good lead blocking that time by Lane. Good blocking by our offensive line. And he's able to pick up the first down on first down.
Well, Heltemus, he had 80 yards in the first half. He picks up 11 more. He's already at 91 yards in the ball game.
He's steady, man. He's a tough runner. Cade Horn, Pinkley, Cottle on the right side of the line there, blocking that time.
And this time it's Heltemus again. Heltemus right up the middle. He's going to get about 5. So, hey, churn and burn there. We'll go.
Yeah, good trap block that time. You see Pinkley from his right guard spot. He takes the guy out of the play after he comes up the field. That's one of the things that the Pottsville coach talked about is that Prairie Grove loves to get you up the field. We got to train our guys to kind of set down a little bit and still be aggressive but not get caught in those traps. That time they get caught in a trap, and we're able to pick up 5 yards on first down. I formation.
Here is the give this time. That's Lane Dalton, and he's going to be close to the first down. I think he's got it. So
It looks like it.
You know, Ryan, I don't know how the game will end tonight. We've played much better tonight. I think we did the first 2 games, and I'm going to point out why. It's not just that, oh, well, it looks like Prairie Grove football. It does. But so far tonight, there hasn't been that personal foul, late hit. We haven't
No
had
silly mistakes.
No, it's not been that kind of stuff tonight. I mean, that's
putting the ball on the ground and bad times, personal fouls at bad times. And be honest, too, having a little bit of a passing game so that they have to respect it helps, too. We haven't seen near as many guys in the box.
And there's Lane Dalton on the sweep, and Dalton, he's going to get about 7 or 8 yards. And the other thing, you know, I don't want to take anything away from Dardanelle. They played an excellent football game, came to Prairie Grove, gave us our worst loss in a regular season game in almost 8 years. So I don't want to take anything away. But the mistakes that we made when we made them were just bad timing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were making a drive, and then, you know, if you don't have the mistake, maybe you score there, and then it's a different game. But Dardanelle came to play last week, so I don't want to take anything away from
We looked very discombobulated last week.
They've got a 3rd down here. It's only 2nd down, and they're going to fix that.
But we looked very disorganized last week as a team, and we did the first 2 weeks. And really in our scrimmage we did too. It's taking, again, we're so young. Even the seniors haven't played a lot.
And that is...
Is that Hobbs or is that Harger?
I think it was Harger, 35, I believe.
I saw the white gloves, and I know both of them wear them.
That's Harger. He's going to have the first down. And so the Tigers are just moving the ball down the field and almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. Love to get in the end zone with little time left in the 3rd and force them to have to score 3 times in the 4th quarter. A running team, unless they make big runs, which is possible.
Yeah.
They've got the talent to do it. But if you can get up 3 scores, that's going to put a lot of pressure on them.
Prairie Grove down to the 19. We're in the red zone here, so it kind of changes some of the play calling a little bit.
In motion is Caswell, and Prairie Grove's going to get called for a motion penalty or legal
Either
procedure.
we jumped off sides, or illegal procedure, or they jumped off sides because of the motion from Caswell.
Wow. It was them.
Good. I thought
good catch that time, Ryan.
I didn't know, you know, you can't see the tackle and the tight end on that end, so we didn't know if there was some movement there. But that was some quick movement by Caswell to go in motion, and Pottsville takes the bait, and they'll jump off sides.
We had a score I heard at halftime. P. Ridge was leading Farmington 21-0, which we have them coming up, and I'm sure with that kind of win, or if they continue that, they'll have a lot of confidence coming this way. There is the wingback reverse.
Caswell,
he's going to, on 1st and 5, he's going to pick up about 3 yards, bring up 2nd and short. But P. Ridge up 21-0, and Farmington's been off to a good start. Of course, they beat us, and you know, in a good game, we really fought back hard. We had some turnovers, and then they waxed Gravette last week, but this week looks like, and P Ridge off to a slow start as well, but they've played some pretty good competition tonight. They came to play, and they lead the Cardinals. Second down and less than a yard for the Tigers. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Samoya out wide.
This is
Caswell
where
in motion.
just go with old Heltemus here, and he's got the first and more. Give him 6. Garrett Heltemus in the end zone. It's 5:18, and the Tigers lead 18-0. Hey!
Thank you, PG Telco.
PG Telco sponsors all touchdowns by donating $30. That's $90 tonight.
Cooper Allen will be the short snapper. Knox Laird, the holder, and
you know, since the first, you talk about making adjustments, and that's what we learned in the first game. We've gone here with some sophomores on the kicking team. Well, we got the senior snapping it, but this gives them a little time to work on it. Here's the extra point on the way. This time it's up, and this time it is good. And with 5:18, the Tigers now lead 19-0. We'll be back after this.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
Back deep for Pottsville. Number 24, Justin Bonomax. Kicking off for Prairie Grove, number 37, Cade Walker.
Cade Walker on the kickoff. Deep. 24 on the reception for Pottsville. He's got a seam. Keandre and Foster Lehman there on the tackle. And unfortunately, Pottsville is going to have really good starting field position in Prairie Grove territory. They're going to start on the 48-yard line. Now we got to see what we can do on defense if we can hold them again. We've done a good job all night, even given good field position. Pottsville in the dead tee, too tight. And there's going to be some movement pre-snap.
Well, Ryan, that punch you gave me to keep me quiet for 10 seconds, it kind of hurt, but I'll take it. I'm okay with that.
It was completely accidental, I promise. It slipped kind of like that tomahawk chop. I just accidentally gave you the left-hand hook right to the kisser. I was excited. The give him 6 got me riled up. I'm sorry, Lynn. I hope a little meat on the eye will take care of it.
Whoever's 580-380-1889, please identify yourself. There's the give, Bradley on the carry.
Again, number 70 is massive. He just takes Kane Caswell from one side of the formation all the way to the other and throws him down to the ground. Kane looks at the refs like, you guys going to save me? But it's completely legal for him to put you on your back every time. He's been doing it to Graham. He's been doing it to Vargas. He's been doing it to Kane. He's a big, big boy.
Well, we noticed him on the onset of the game tonight.
Oh, yeah, he was a captain, but he stood out. He took up 2 spots.
Second down and short for the Apache. 4:35 to go here in the third quarter.
34 with the carry.
And Ryan, they keep going to that right side. They keep going over the weather hall. I mean, that's where the yardage has come tonight.
Well, and really, if you can have him on that side and you can put the tight end over there, you've got almost a grand of poundage over there between the tackle, the tight end, and the guard.
Well, you definitely got over 500, that's for sure.
Just in 2 of them.
Yeah.
4:22 left in the third, 19-0, Prairie Grove.
First down and 10, ball at the Tiger 35-yard line.
Bradley's acting a little different here. He's not even putting his hand down on the ground. The crowd saying, what are we doing? We're wasting time. They look like David Hall on the tackle that time. I don't know if it was. Yeah, it is. David Hall and Millwood there for the stop, along with several others. I see Cooper Allen getting out of the bottom.
It's second down and 8 for Pottsville. Yeah, their fans are getting a little restless tonight. And I tell you, Pottsville has played 2 very good games. They lost their first game, or they won their first game by 7. Last week they lost just by 2 to a very good Boonville team. So
well, and then you see a team coming in 0-2 that has not looked like the Prairie Grove team of old.
Right. And so tonight, I think they were expecting something different. Prairie Grove's come to play much better tonight. Second down and long for the Apache. This is a quick pitch out to Bradley. And Bradley, he's going to pick up about 5, so it's going to be 3rd and short.
Millwood on the tackle once again. That guy's probably going to be our leading tackler tonight. This may be 2 weeks in a row. I mean, he's really stepped up his game.
Well, he's vying for that defensive player of the game, and Foster's Roofing will be sponsoring the offensive and defensive player of the game, and it's 3rd down and 3 for the Apache.
It is weird that they're taking so long. Quarterback keep that time is an option play. He fumbles. We got the ball.
Tigers have got it.
Trying to see who came up with it. 37, that's Cade Walker, the kicker. He comes in and gets the fumble recovery.
The sophomore gets in, and that's huge for Prairie Grove. That's a big stop. You know, they were driving, and now the Tigers can burn the rest of the quarter here, Ryan, and we can go in the 4th quarter forcing them to score 3 times.
You know, I don't know on the last turnover. It seems like both turnovers has come at bad times like that where they have driven the field, and then they had the one drive where they had the turnover on downs. So there's 3 times that they put together good drives, had the time of possession, and then ended up not being able to get anything out of it and wasting the opportunity.
Here comes Weatherhall on the defensive side. He's got the long locks going in the back, but I'll tell you what, he's a ball player.
Oh, I'd love to have him. I mean, the way he's blocking tonight is pretty impressive.
And here is the give. That's Lane Dalton. Dalton looked like he's going to get more than he did. He only picked up a yard or 2.
And this is where you can start, you know, taking a little bit more time. You don't want to play completely that way and get out of rhythm. But if you can run the plays in just a hair slower, you know, you're not waiting to get the clock down to 5 seconds every time you snap it. But if you can take it down just a little bit longer than normal and shorten this game, that's a plus.
2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. And it's going to be a give to Heltemus, and Heltemus has stopped. They knew Heltemus.
Yeah, guess who just jumped up over him up and down? Weatherall.
3rd down and long now for the Tigers. Ryan, do you go ahead and dial up a pass here? I think we do.
I do. I mean, I don't mind. You're playing the clock, so yeah, you probably should run, but you want to keep the drive alive. I think that's a little bit more important than the 20 seconds you might save to 30 seconds you might save on the clock. So yeah, I tell Gunther, be smart, don't throw an Oski. You know, let's if it's not there, you run.
And he's got room to run, but he throws the ball and it's complete.
He's got Watson.
Watson, get upfield, don't go backwards. I think he's going to get the first. It's going to be, yeah, he's got it.
Yep, he's about 3 yards from it. So that's about a 10-yard pass. That'll be a first down for Prairie Grove, and we're going to keep the chains moving and the clock ticking, which is the key right here. In comes Graham Gunther in for Millwood at tight end.
That's a big 3rd down conversion. And tonight, we've been much more effective throwing the football, and that's bailed us out a couple times on 3rd down tonight.
We haven't had near as much pressure in the backfield. I will say that. We have blocked really, really well. Gunther's got quite a bit of an arm, too. I mean, he's put things kind of where it needs to be, or it's been overthrown and not in a place where it could be intercepted.
And there's Heltemus again on the carry. He's going to get about 7. That's going to put him over 100
he
yards
went even
tonight.
farther,
Yeah, he
Lynn.
did.
He got 9 yards that time from that 3rd and 4th effort.
Yep, and, looked like Ethan Gunther that time bobbled the snap a little bit, but still was able to get it to
You know what happened there is the left tackle for Pottsville actually came through the line pre-snap. It didn't get called, and it messed with that snap a little bit. It messed with the center and the guard trying to pull that off and get him. I can't believe they didn't call it. It was kind of bang-bang, but it was early.
2nd down and 1. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter, and Heltemus has the 1st down. And he's going to be in Pottsville territory, and that's going to do it for, well, I'll say that. They're going to move the clock, and then they'll start it. That'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
But I'm hoping here, 4th quarter, we start seeing that 2nd string, 3rd string guys. Now, not on defense, but on offense. I would like to see you rest Heltemus and not risk injury here and see some of the younger guys.
Yeah, we've got a
You've got a cushion.
We got a cushion. We don't have it. We don't have this thing locked up. If we score right here, I definitely agree with you. 'Cause then you're up 4 on a team that doesn't pass the ball.
But with a team that can't come back through the air. If this was Shiloh, I would say no way.
Yeah.
You keep pounding the rock with your men. Here, you don't get anybody hurt or worn out. It's not a big lead. It's only 3 touchdowns. But until they score, you've got a chance to get some other guys in.
Again, we want to recognize our sponsor, Small Town Productions, who sponsors our halftime, and then also Prairie Grove Christian Church, Harton's Furniture for Less, PG Telco sponsors all touchdowns at Prairie Grove scores, and Foster's Roofing, who will be sponsoring our offensive and defensive players of the game. So far tonight for the Tigers, Heltemus 15 carries, 120 yards. He also has a touchdown. Ethan Gunther 4 for 8, 103 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Pottsville's yet to complete a pass. They're 0 for 5. Curtis Kemp has run the ball fairly well for him. He's got 16 carries for 59 yards. Elijah Bradley's got 9 for 33 for them. Lane Dalton for the Tigers, 14 for 58. Harger 3 for 17. Kane Caswell 3 for 14. Ethan Gunther 2 for 10. On the reception end, Kane Caswell 1 for 65. That was the first touchdown of the game. Jacob Watson 2 for 25. Samoya Hobbs 1 for 13, and he also has a touchdown. On the defensive side, it's been James Millwood. He's the leading tackler. Harder's also got 4 tackles, and those are the leading tackles. Hall with 3 tackles himself. We're going to start the 4th quarter.
Dobbs and Heltemus as your running backs. Sorters out to this side.
And Heltemus is caught in the backfield.
That was really, really slow. What is the deal with Graham out there? Graham and a guy are getting caught up in it.
Spencer Bradley that time on the tackle for the Apache. He wears number 5, and if I'm not mistaken, that was Michael Perry, the quarterback's number back in the great game of 2012. Yeah. Gosh, that was such a great game. 2nd down and 13.
Samoya Hobbs will run the play in. Still the same lineup on the line. You've got Black. You've got Pinkley. You've got Cottle. You've got Cade Horn.
And it's Lane Dalton. He's got a little room. Stays on his feet.
Good job, Lane.
He's inside the 45 to about the 44. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Cooper Allen, the other guy, I didn't say right there on the 5 that I was trying to call out. They've done a great job tonight. The quarterback's been protected. The running backs have had room. They've really done a good job. I don't know what they did in practice or if it's just been that they've had the time now to get it together. But, Black was a little bruised up. We switched centers after the first game because of injury, so starting to come together here. It's looking good.
Here is the rollout, and Ethan's got time. He's going to go deep. He's got a man open. That's Watson. Oh,
got to have a little bit more touch on that ball. Ethan that time just launched it. He said, go get it, buddy. Go get it.
Here's the thing with that. He could have run it. He could have thrown it. He had a lot of – and he had another guy open too. You're talking about the change in Prairie Grove this week. I think a lot of it too. Coach Apter wasn't happy after last game.
No.
And
we heard.
And you know what? Sometimes as a coach, you got to figure out what motivates. Sometimes it's loving them to do better. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a
tough
little
love.
chewing.
Tough love.
Yeah.
It's still love. It's still love. It's just tough love.
Well, Heltemus is going to punt now, and hopefully he can be as effective as he was last time, punting from about the same place as far as field position. Good snap. He's got time, and it's a high kick. It's going to give a chance to have. Oh wow! What a block down.
Oh, it's fumbled! Oh my goodness!
Oh, the Tigers
Did you
have it.
see the hit Millwood put on that guy? I wish we had replay.
Oh, come on.
Oh my goodness!
We've had a little trouble with the replay tonight.
The punt returner, when he goes down to pick up the ball, Millwood lights him up. Now his helmet pops off. I hear people saying targeting, but they're both going down for the ball. Millwood just tackles the guy as he's going down for the ball. He doesn't know if he has a ball or not, really, and then we're able to get it back.
Ryan, here's the thing. I don't know if you saw their block. They had a guy who blocked our first guy down there. He pancaked him, too. I mean,
I didn't see it.
They had a nice hit on that play as well, but the Tigers get the fumble and are in business inside the Pottsville 20-yard line.
Millwood really wants the player of the game defensively there. That's a big play right there. We got two guys in motion. Can you do that?
Up the middle. That's Hobbs. Hobbs inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line.
Can you do that? You can't do two guys in motion at the same time. Oh, I appreciate that, refs.
It's Canada.
It's a CFL here. We're going to start getting guys with forward motion here in a minute, too. They're saying the coaches are asking for it.
Oh, he's begging. And he's right.
He's right
to do it, yeah.
And it was close to the snap, but I think Lane took off a little early.
And now the ball's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. First and goal for the Tigers, 19-0.
I formation.
9:55 to go. And that's going to be and Gunther.
Oh, he fumbled. They picked it up. Dang it.
Are they going to call him down? I don't think so. So a big turnover. We got a turnover from them, and they get a turnover from us.
Yeah, that was like a good punt. You know what I mean? That's the good punt.
Yeah. Would have liked to have had the touchdown there, but they played defensively very well that time, and I don't think Ethan was expecting them that quick.
No, I don't. And maybe it was an option play. He had a pitch man, I think, and so he may have been trying to get it free to get the pitch man, and so that's where a guy had the opportunity to get the ball.
They're deep in their territory, inside their own 5, and
almost fumbled. Man, 17 put a guy on his booty. It was Cooper Allen. Vester, Bester, Ruster, whatever his name is, took Cooper Allen out.
Oh, no, that's the Drew Rust.
Rust. Man, oh, man. Coop got pancaked on that one. He was coming through. He was a blitzing linebacker.
Boy, that was a nice play for them. That gets them out of the hole. They're up around the 15-yard line. Prairie Grove's not ready on defense for this one, but they do
good tackle that time. That's Chucky Edwards and Garrett Helptimus.
9:25 to go in the ball game, and this is where, like you said earlier, if you're playing a Shiloh here, Shiloh's they got people spread out and they can move the ball so quickly. With this running game of Pottsville, and they're definitely not going to. I shouldn't say definitely, but they're not going to try to throw here inside their own 20. I don't think. And
I keep this first string defense in. They've done a great job tonight. We played it as unit. I mean, I do see like Harrison Lowe out at cornerback. You know, there. I see Foster Lehman, and we're getting some guys in.
Which is good. And then Foster, they're moving the ball, and they're up for another first down over the 25. But the clock's running. 8:51 to go in the game.
Samoya Hobbs on the tackle, along with a couple others there. That's one of the few times we've heard the announcer go, first down, Pottsville.
Well, it's been their first opening drive tonight they started off pretty well, and
we've done a good job defensively.
We've done a nice job. Well, of course, they have no points. We've definitely done a good job tonight. Quick pitch. Block.
Oh, Graham was right there. And then comes in Cooper Allen, tackle for loss. Big play right there.
Well, I'm not so sure there was a block or a hold there because a
little bit,
but it's okay. He slowed him down enough to get the help, and we stop him for a loss.
Big time, though. I mean, Graham shot through there. 70's been eating Graham's lunch. And he looks like it, too. He looks like he ate his lunch, his dinner, and his breakfast. But whoever's been in front of him, 70's been taken care of. That time, Graham's quickness beats him, and he's able to slow the guy down, and Cooper Allen comes in there and finishes him off.
Under 8 minutes to go in the game. He's back to pass. He had his tight end open. That's going to be overthrown.
Good job that time. Harrison Lowe didn't get any kind of penalty. He kind of stuck his hand towards where the guy's shoulder pad was so that he could trail, in hopes that when the guy looked up and put his hands up, he could get – that's good positioning that time. Not that he was beat. It kind of looks like it because the guy's ahead of him. But he was there to where when he saw the ball coming in with the guy's eyes, he could have made a play on the ball.
Well, Ryan.
3rd and long.
3rd and long, but what also – their tight end was wide open again. He's been open. That's a play that if they go back and look at their film, that's something they can do against a lot of teams, because a lot of teams are going to do what we did tonight, put a lot of men in the box,
right.
force them to throw the ball some.
And when he comes at you, you've got to prepare for that. You have to prepare for that.
They're going to take a timeout with 7:54 to go in the game. We're going to take it with them. Tigers lead 19-0.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
For supporting Pottsville Athletics. Go Apaches!
Okay, we're back with you. 7:54 to go in the ball game. Tigers lead 19-0. 3rd down and 11 for Pottsville. They got the ball at about their own 27-yard line.
Cooper Allen and Jared Harger in at inside linebackers.
They're going from a shotgun, which you don't see a lot.
No. Keandre's got to be careful there.
And they got a man. He's open. And he's
got it.
Complete. Their first completed pass tonight over.
Biggest play of the night for Pottsville. That was on Kane Caswell, too. That's one of our top guys. He may have fallen asleep a little bit right there.
Well, that was Jones. He completed the ball to Justin Mullinex, and they get into Prairie Grove territory. And Ryan, they had 112 yards total offense until that play. I don't know what
they had about 40 right there.
Yeah, so they increased about 35% or so in one play. 1st down and 10, ball in Prairie Grove territory. Here is another pass. He's in trouble. Oh, he got a face mask. He got a face mask.
That's all right. It happens. It happens. I like the fact that you're back there, you're being aggressive, you're trying to get the sack.
The question is,
you just got to be smart.
Is it a 5 or 15?
No, that's a 15. It's a 15. If they don't call that a 15, it's yeah. You just got to be careful there. That's the right play, man. I've done it. I mean, that's one of those deals. I can remember in Gravette, I tackled a guy by his face mask on accident. It was the only play I had, and I was being aggressive, and it happens.
Well, that's a big play there. And so that 3rd down conversion may put some points on the board here for Pottsville as they get closer to the Prairie Grove. It's still going to be 1st down in a yard. They didn't get a first because it was from the end of the run, and they had lost yards. So the 15 yards just puts it to 1st down in a yard. This is where if you're Pottsville.
Still a flag on the ground.
If you're Pottsville, this is where you go for it. This is where you go for it all right here.
Oh, yeah. You got a free shot to the end zone.
You got literally 4 downs to make a yard. See if they pick on Harrison Lowe. They're going down the middle. Picked off. That's Hobbs. Hobbs has got room. He's still on his feet. Hobbs. He's over the midfield stripe. He's still on his feet. Can he go all the way? Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 47.
He should have kept going down the field and not trying to go to the sideline. He may have had a chance.
I thought he was getting a little close over there to the sideline, but
it's not really white. The paint is not very, it's not fresh. It's almost like they did it last week, and we're still playing with it because you can't see that other sideline at all. You cannot see the line over there.
The ref just now realized his flag was there from the previous play.
Yeah, he waved it off.
Yeah. Well,
we probably had a block in the back anyways going forward. I think we would have. And so it would probably been in that spot.
So it's 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 47-yard line, 7:04 to go in the game. And so the Tigers, I agree with you now. I think now, Ryan, you should probably get some guys in and keep people from getting hurt.
Yeah, let's give Heltemus and Lane a carry or two here and see if we can move the sticks, and let's start changing some guys.
Yeah, maybe we can get
here they come. Cade Grant just came in for Lane Dobbs right here at running back. Let's see what Cade can do. He's a 10th grader. He needs the experience. He needs to get up to game speed. This is your future, and it's your backup running back right now.
And they're going to give it to Graham.
Nice run right there. Big-time run.
Yeah, he's tackled a little frustration there by Isaac Simpson of the Apache. He kind of got up throwing him a little bit, but that's just a little frustration.
Good strong run, though. That's a 3-4 yard gain for Cade.
I said Graham. It's Cade Grant.
Cade Grant.
Yeah, I said
we have a
Graham.
Cade Graham with us. We call him Josie.
Yeah, that's why I did that. He's on our staff here, which I just need to. That's what I need to do. Just
I
go
guess
back to
you could
Josie.
say something about our staff. Kevin Bennett. We have Cade Graham. We got TD. We got Ethan Turner, and we got Maya Dodson. Wetzel on the carry.
Wetzel.
Slowly will pick up the first down. I mean, it's a
that's a slow first down.
It was, but he drugged some guys. Pottsville's probably a little tired. I can see them putting a couple guys in here. That was sluggish. They should have had him a long time ago.
Ryan, I don't know if you noticed, he looked a little bit like Heltemus running. He ran a little tall that time.
Yes, he did. Wetzel, we put him in a time or two. Foster Lehman comes in for Heltemus that time.
Yeah.
We've tried to get Wetzel a couple runs. Every time it's kind of been awkward. Wetzel's a new kid here, and so it's one of those deals where it's just not as smooth yet. It'll get there. Speaking of Wetzel, he'll come out wide to this side.
We got fresh running backs in the game, and the give is going to be to Foster Lehman, who's hit in the backfield. A nice tackle that time by number 40, Torres.
That's going to be tough for anyone to break.
Yeah, he got through there quickly.
And we'll see some offensive line
Hayden Black's coming
come
out.
in.
Yep.
Jesus Castro, one of our captains for tonight, he'll come in at left tackle.
And this is what you want. You're getting ready for conference play here. This game
should be in the bag.
Yeah.
Should. It's one of those deals. It can always change.
Yep.
But against a running team with only 5 minutes left, with 3 scores, we should be okay. Upset right here, 2 wingbacks.
And here's Wetzel in motion. He's going to get it, and he's looking to get upfield. He does. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds.
No, he's going to get out of bounds. They're going to stop the clock.
5:01 to go in the game. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 for the Tigers.
All right, who's going to pick up this first? I'm thinking it's 31 sweep with Cade Grant or maybe the trap with Foster Lehman.
You got 2 downs here. There's no reason to punt here from a 30.
Oh, right, definitely.
So you got 2 tries here, and
Sorters will be in at split in. He's number 8 running to this near side. I'm calling 31 sweep right here with Cade Grant.
And that's what we're going to get. Grant.
It's that short sweep right there. It's not getting very far to the outside.
He's going to pick up a couple, though. It's going to bring up 4th down, and let's call it a long 4 for the Tigers. But we're under, by the time the play snap, we'll be under 4 minutes.
You know what? I have a question. So, who comes in at quarterback if Gunther goes out now? Because that is the backup quarterback.
Well,
He's in. He's starting. Who's next?
It's Laird.
Okay, Knox Laird.
Who
was also the backup tight end last week because we had the quarterback had to move, or the tight end had to move. The second string tight end was out with injury.
4 down pitch, and
Cade Grant.
Grant's got the first down. Oh, they're going to have
And
a flag back here. Let's see what the call's going to be.
It could have easily been personal foul.
It's Gunther and Spencer Bradley back there, and let's see what they're going to call. I hope it's not on us. Oh, they're going to call a hold. We got the first down. Cade Grant with that's probably his longest run as a high school player.
Yeah.
And that time.
I wonder who that was on. Was that on Gunther?
Could have been.
He pitched the ball and then held.
Let's see where they spot. It's from the spot of the foul. If that's the spot, it's going to be 4th and long. I think you punt now.
Yeah, we will.
you go ahead and punt, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not that. I mean, I'd rather have the first down and ran the rest of the clock out, but you get a decent punt. They're still
The
going to have.
problem is with the punt, you got to put a lot of your guys that you've arrested back in, but it is what it is.
What you were really kind of hope for there, if you could have run the clock out, you don't have to put anybody in on. I mean,
yeah,
the defensive side. And I imagine we'll see a lot of subs on defense. With,
Need to.
With 3.5 minutes to go.
Heltemus back to punt. Good snap.
Another good high punt. Wasn't far, but it's a high punt. And it takes Prairie Grove bounce, and just let it roll, guys. Don't touch it.
Mm-hmm. We can milk another second or two.
You can do that because you wait till when it's like that, just wait till the ref blows the whistle because they may click off 2 or 3 seconds there.
Not here.
No, you're right. we've watched that.
No, I think he's ready now. I think he's had enough.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, see, Heltemus is in at end. That's not happening on
Millwood.
Get him out.
Looks like Millwood's still in the game. They got Cooper Allen still in. They got a lot of guys still in there.
I see Hobbs, Cade Walker, Samoya Hobbs.
Austin Medina in the game.
Harrison Lowe. You'll start seeing it. Give them a play or two. You'll start seeing it, I hope.
Well, they're going to have to throw now. You're almost certain. No, they're going to run the ball, and we're going to get them back in the backfield. Who's that back there? That's
Heltemus.
Wow.
Get him out. Here they come. Here comes Vargas. Here comes David Hall.
And that's
here comes
Millwood,
Knox Laird.
Yeah. Millwood going out. Cooper Allen going out. Heltemus going out. That's
53,
smart.
Kennan Davis.
Under 3 minutes to go now, and man, that quarterback runs back and forth every play.
I know.
That is.
I bet he's in shape.
I'm tired watching
No
him.
240 for him. Half that. I need that much exercise.
Quarterback's Ben Jones, and Jones is a senior.
He was a quarterback last year at times.
He came in against us, I believe. He's going to try to get out of bounds. Oh!
No, that's a late hit. That's Harrison Lowe, number 4. That's a late hit.
That's really the first time tonight that we've had one of those. The face mask that we got earlier for person foul, that was just aggressive play that he was trying to get a sack. That one, Harrison needs to pull up on that one.
Yeah, that one was late. I mean, you couldn't tell to see how close to the sideline it was. But
with Harrison,
this part of the game. But you're a junior. You're just now getting in. You want that big lick, man.
Well, here's the thing. When you see him going to the sideline like that, trying to get out, why risk it? You know, he's going to run out of bounds. But you know what?
You like the aggression.
Yeah.
But it's a kid that hasn't played as much. He's finally getting in,
They didn't kick him out for that, did they? Just took him out.
I doubt
it.
He wasn't leading with his head, I don't think, was he?
I don't think so. It was a nice hit.
It was a great hit, but
And
it was just one of those that was just a hair too late.
And
it may have been a situational thing, like we just know the situation, and he's in there. Man, he's excited. It's his first time, so let's get something going. You know, you hate to fault the kid for that.
I'm still not sure he hit him out of bounds. I think he hit him on his way out of bounds. I mean, I'm not so sure he still wasn't in bounds. And the quarterback's in trouble. That's a different quarterback in there. That's Carpenter.
Connor Carpenter.
And they sack him. And the sack that time for the Tigers by David Hall. David Hall's made some noise tonight too.
Yeah, you know, he's a sophomore guy that he's kind of nuts at times on the field. He has one gear, and it's go. And so you want him in at a defensive end position like that to say, see ball, get ball, go get it, boy. And he does.
Well,
great at special teams too because of that same mentality.
After this play, Ryan, let's announce our offensive and defensive player of the game, sponsored by Foster's Roofing. Foster's Roofing, offensive and defensive player of the game, coming up after this play.
Pass, going deep.
It's incomplete. So let's go offense first.
I don't know how you don't give it to Heltemus tonight. He's obviously the lead man on the team. Now, you've got some honorable mentions with the offensive line finally looking together, and they're the reason Heltemus is able to do some of the things that he does. But they know, just like we know, some other running backs back there don't look like Heltemus looks, and that's because he's got that extra gear. Ethan Gunter comes in, throws a couple touchdowns, throws a couple strikes, get a touchdown in the air. You got Jake Watson making a couple completions, but nobody puts the whole game together like Garrett Heltemus did tonight.
Offensive play. That's Heltemus' third game over 100 yards. He's got the first one over 200. Little screen pass, complete.
No.
They're going to call it incomplete. So Garrett Heltemus, the Foster Roofing Offensive Player of the Game. And Ryan, how about our Defensive Player of the Game?
Man, I'm going to go honorable mention first, just to build the anticipation here. It's not even honorable mention. A guy that stood out to me tonight a couple times with that big sack, Pinkley, there in the middle. He offensive defense, it was like you wanted to give him some recognition. He played his guts out tonight. But the guy that stands out that's been leading the team in tackles probably, if not, he's first or second, and he's right there. He's in double-digit tackles sometimes. He had the huge hit on the punt returner that caused the fumble. He's playing both ways. Millwood big time.
So James Millwood, your
Foster's
Roofing Defensive Player of the Game, and Garrett Heltemus, your Offensive Player of the Game. Tigers have the ball, and that is Knox Laird in the game. He's going to finish this thing out. Again, we will recognize all of our sponsors: Small Town Productions, Prairie Grove Christian Church, Harton's Furniture for Less, Foster's Roofing, and PG Telco. Our staff tonight, we have Kay Graham and Kevin Bennett, T.D. Hill, Ethan Turner, Mayo Dotson, Miles Eubanks, and Heath Whitley. And Ryan, tonight, the Tigers turn the corner. We've been kind of wanting them to see them look like we're accustomed to seeing Prairie Grove Tigers look, and tonight it looked a little more like Prairie Grove football.
It did, and I was talking to one of the coaches. He said, man, he goes, you know, a couple things to think about. He goes, our quarterbacks at one time in a quarter were 3 for 3 with 2 touchdowns, you know, in a quarter tonight. It makes a big difference to have that balance to the game. And he also named the same offensive defensive players of the game that we did and said they really stood out. But again, like we said, the team really didn't.
And that's what I want to.
Been looking combobulated. They really put it together tonight.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I wanted to recognize is that tonight, even though we recognized 2 players, the team, offensive line looked good tonight. Defensive line had a lot of penetration. The secondary looked way better than it's looked all year. Of course, we're not playing a passing team, but they were in the right positions tonight. And we know before the game, I talked to a couple of coaches and a couple of players, and we knew they were going to really put people in the box tonight. They were going to say, hey, if you can throw it on us, throw it. But when they did throw it, we were in position, except for a couple times tight end was right open.
Yeah.
But so they look great tonight. It's going to be a mark-off. I'm not sure what the penalty is or.
I don't know. There's a lot of confusion over there, though. 4th down.
Oh, it's 4th down. Oh, okay. They've got the ball. It's 4th down for them, and 4th and long.
Yeah, I thought it was a turnover on downs, but maybe the guy was sleeping. Duck from number 12, Carpenter, for a pass. It'll fall dead in between everybody.
And now the Tigers will run the clock out, and we'll go to 1-2 on the season as we get ready for conference play. Next week, we host Green Forest. And, Ryan, this is the first time we've played Green Forest, I believe, since 2006. Now, we played them in a scrimmage.
Right.
We went up there. I think that was the first night you broadcast.
It was.
And on a scrimmage night tonight or the next week will be the first time a regular season game or playoff game, first time we've played them since 2006. And
you know, a team that's moving back up into the conference, so you hope, kind of like when Westbrook was going back and forth, that we've got the number advantage there and we can take care of business. I feel a lot better about it tonight than I did yesterday, just because I can finally see the team coming together.
Wow, 7, that's the second time tonight that 7's got a little over-aggressive.
He took 85 to the ground. 85, that's Trevor Pierce.
Yeah, and that's unnecessary, really. And he's coming out of the game. And, well, I'll say this, Ryan, because we're going to go off the air quick tonight. We've already named our offensive defensive player of the game. We'll read the stats.
And we got a drive.
We have a drive, and I want to get the kids. It's been a long day for them. I want to make sure they get out quickly. So
should we tell them thank you who they are?
Oh,
again?
yeah, of course. One more time. Kay Graham, T.D. Hill, Ethan Turner, Mayo Dodson, Kevin Bennett, Miles Eubanks, Heath Whitley. Our sponsors, one last time, Small Town Productions, Prairie Grove Christian Church, Harton's Furniture for Less, Foster's Roofing, PG Telco. And as soon as this play snaps, and Laird will take another knee. And now we're going to take the stats. We'll read them, and that'll do it for tonight.
The last kneel down or two kind of hurt us, but.
Well, that's, again, our offensive player of the game, Garrett Heltemus. And let's find out
Our
just
Foster's Roofing
our Foster's-
Offensive
thank
Player
you.
of the Game.
Thank you. Our Foster Roofing Offensive Player of the Game, and Heltimus. He had 16 carries for 118 yards. Again, his third game over 100 yards. So let's go through the stats real quick. Tonight, Prairie Grove total offense 351 yards. Pottsville 139. They got about 40 on that one play. Passing yards 103 for Prairie Grove, 38 for Pottsville. They were 1 of 11. Prairie Grove 4 for 9. 2 turnovers tonight for Pottsville. Rushing, Prairie Grove 248, Pottsville 101. And penalties, 6 for Prairie Grove for 10 yards, 2 for Pottsville 15.
6 for 10 yards. Did you hear that?
Six for 60 yards, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, my fault.
I started to say that's a lot less. Even 60 yards is
Yeah.
about half of what we've been having.
Fumbles, I said they had 3 turnovers, or 4 turnovers, or 2 turnovers. They have 3. And Prairie Grove, time of possession, 8 more minutes in the game than Pottsville. First downs, 20 for Prairie Grove, 11 for Pottsville. Individuals, Ethan Gunther 4 for 9, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Nice. See, it was hard not to give an honorable mention there. You step in as starting quarterback. You haven't been practicing that much because you've been the backup and you're the starting tight end and you're a backup wingback. So for him to come in on a week's practice and do what he did tonight and manage the game like he did, great job.
Lane Dalton, 15 carries, 63 yards. We helped him 16 for 118. Harger 3 for 17. Keandre 1 for 16, but a nice return tonight.
He had one called back too on a run that was really nice.
Caswell 3 for 14, Ethan Gunther 3 for 8. Leading rusher for Pottsville, Curtis Kemp, 18 carries, 79 yards. And again, the leading tackler tonight, Millwood, with 5 solos, and he had a couple assists as well. And that's going to do it tonight. So again, for our broadcast crew, the East Lab, for Prairie Grove Athletics.
What about receiving? We didn't talk about Jake Watson. He had a big night. Do you have receptions? I'm not trying to draw it out here, but
well, you are.
That was a big one. We passed tonight.
I know.
We made yards. Let's
I'm
give a guy something to do here. I don't even know if I like that kid that much, and I still think we should say something about him.
Kane Caswell 1 for 65, a touchdown. Jake Watson 2 for 25. Samoya Hobbs 1 for 13. Those are your 4 receptions. That's going to do it for tonight. For Ryan Cook, I'm Lynn Gregson. Thank you. Have a great night, and go Tigers!
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.